Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning in tonight as we bring you Southern Oregon High School football action on TableRockSports.net. We're coming to you live from Lithian Driveway Field number 10 in Medford, Oregon, a home field for the Cascade Christian Challengers as they play a host to a team they haven't seen in a few years. And for those that maybe, of course, a lot of these kids were middle schoolers back then, but maybe a couple of bitter memories of that year. Hidden Valley ended up making a run all the way to the state championships, and that high-scoring affair went down right to the wire. Hidden Valley playing in the 3A at the time. Santiam Christian ended up pulling the victory in a high-scoring affair for the last few years. Hidden Valley has been playing up, and they're still in the 4A ranks, but the way the league makeup has changed, now the challengers have a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of room to play some opponents that maybe can sharpen them up before they get into their conference schedule, and kind of an iron sharpening iron type of scenario. So we got the Mustangs and Challengers coming up. I'm Jim McCoy, Johnny McCoy on the camera, and joining me this evening, Kevin Schaefer. Some of you know him well as the head baseball coach for the Cascade Christian Challenger program. Of course, your name familiar to some of the folks up in the Grants Pass area. You've done some work up there over the years, and we welcome you to the broadcast.
Well, thanks. I look forward to trying to add a little bit to it and do the best I can. And, I spent 3 years at North Valley, so I know the Hidden Valley people pretty good. And so it'll be interesting. There's some names on their roster that I notice, and so it'll be cool.
Well, it's going to be an interesting evening this evening. We mentioned that back in the 2019 season that Hidden Valley ended up making a run all the way to the state championship game. Since then, things have been kind of lean for the Mustangs and have missed the playoffs for the last couple of years. Coach Powers has come and gone, and now coaching for the Hidden Valley Mustangs is David Zauher. And so a changing of the guard there. And really, I guess the way I look at it, you know how these things go in the 4-year cycles, there's really not a heck of a lot we know about either team going into this other than maybe the basic philosophy of the program.
Yeah, I think it's, when Hidden Valley made their run, obviously their quarterback play was phenomenal with Sammy Vidlak, and Mark Vidlak was there with Powers as an offensive coordinator. And so there were some pretty good athletes. They had a really good run. And as we know, in the smaller schools, your run of athletes really dictate success in all your programs. And so it would be interesting to see kind of who they are and what they are. I had a chance to work with Coach Zauer a little bit when I was at Grants Pass High School coaching baseball. His son was a part of our middle school programs, and he helped coach some of that. So he's a great dude. He does a good job. So it'll be interesting to see his football teams play because I haven't seen them play before. So it'll be interesting to see what they are.
Well, then on the Challenger side of the ledger, it's a new makeup. You figure that team that won the state championship 2 years ago, they lost a big. They had a lot of big guys on that team, big line, and those guys graduated out. A lot of turnover last year. Then they had another big group of seniors that came in, played, contributed. They win another state championship, but now it's really a new-look Challenger team with Derek Farmer taking over the quarterback position, and you can just kind of tell, it's like a lot of these guys have some varsity experience, but now they are in the feature roles.
No, absolutely. It's talking with friends, we talk about, our success in the football program over the last really 3 years, but you look at this program now, and our skill positions are different, right? Mm-hmm. Derek Farmer goes from a wideout to the quarterback. Skaggs has kind of moved to kind of the slot, with Bryson kind of being the running back. So we've got experience, but we've got experience in some different spots.
Absolutely. Well, what we're going to do right now, let's go ahead and take a quick time out, recognize some of our sponsors. On the other side of this break, we'll be back with the pregame show brought to you by the Peak Rewards app. So we'll have that coming for you coming up on the other side of this break right here on TableRockSports.net.
Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
At One, we can help you find the perfect floor.
Mom, I spilled again.
Try this. It's waterproof. I think this is it. Come see it in store. Our experts have it organized by color and style.
And right now, Lipford's is making floor shopping easy.
Okay, I'm going to go to that.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we lost were so gallantly seen, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we had Kaylin Clark, she 2019 graduate of Cascade Christian High School and now a cheer coach at Cascade, singing our national anthem, kind of setting the tone for the evening. And after some of the hot weather we had a couple of weeks ago and then a little bit of rain over the last few days, Kevin, it's kind of settled out to a happy medium.
Absolutely. I always make people feel bad when I say that football plays during baseball season, and baseball we play in all the rain and cold and wind. So it's been a beautiful day and can't ask for much more.
75 degrees right now at game time. Kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. The Challengers team running out.
I don't know about you, but the purple with the white and the white helmets is probably my favorite look.
Yeah, I would agree. It just, for one thing, it makes these old ice. It makes it easier to see the numbers. For one thing,
Yes.
one of the challenges I know, like covering South Medford soccer, it is black on blue, and so they get at some funny angle, and you can't see them well. I know that now the challengers, I know on their dark uniforms they'll have the gold outlines on them, and that helps a little bit. So I think maybe. The message hasn't completely fallen on deaf ears over the years, and that's made it a little bit easier. Right now, we've got the captains getting ready to come out to midfield.
And number 70, Sam Sykes.
For the challengers, Bryson Walker's number 2. Number 12 is Derek Farmer. 71, Cole Breitler. And number 70 is Sam Seiss. Tell you what, it's a packed house this evening, Kevin. Our cameraman had to go park over at Harry and David Field.
I know. When you play local teams, it's always fun because it's really, truly Friday Night Lights, right? Like everybody comes out to watch, and I don't know what other games are being played in town, but it's always nice for these kids to play in front of big crowds.
Yes, it is. Well, I can just remember a time, and this tells you how old I am. I remember a day when we had one high school in Medford, and Spiegelberg Stadium would be a packed house on Friday night, regardless of who they were playing. Of course, to tell you how long ago that was, Hidden Valley and Medford were in the same league back in those days.
Yeah, I grew up, I was a Douglas guy, but growing up in Douglas County, Friday nights, Roseburg football in the 80s with Thurman Bell were pretty something special, and were always fun to go watch.
So they're settling the coin toss. We'll see who gets the football first. I know the challengers, if they have a say in it, they like to typically defer. And the Hidden Valley Mustangs will be receiving the opening kick of the evening. And they'll be moving from right to left where they stand. They'll be wearing their road white uniforms with blue numerals, and I guess you'd kind of call that an orange trim.
It's an orange. They used to they had a stretch where they were black and orange, but these uniforms are pretty sweet. But they don't match anything to the white and purple with the white hat that we're rolling.
Absolutely. So the teams are gathered at midfield. Second game of the season. The Challengers coming off a 29-6 loss against a Vail team that I think many people think are the cream of the crop this year in 3A. Meanwhile, Hidden Valley comes in with a win under their belt, defeating Milwaukee by a score of 29-28, a game that went right down to the wires. So having said all that, I think the Challengers played one of the toughest matchups they'll ever get. Have no read on Milwaukee whatsoever, and the W tells me a little something about Hidden Valley, and I think it's going to be kind of a time of discovery for all of us tonight.
No, absolutely. I think the thing with Milwaukee is they're a 5A school that plays down into 4A, and they've had some rough years in the last few, so that kind of tells you a little bit. And we open up with, like you said, a team that I think everybody kind of feels is going to be down there at the end, and the nice thing is that, when we get to the playoffs, Vail's going to be the same team, where I think we're going to be a completely different team by that point.
Back deep to receive for the Mustangs. Number 13 is Kelton Davis. He'll be back there with younger brother of a player that we saw a few years ago. Back there is Presley Noga.
Yes, Jeremiah Noga's his brother, playing it, I believe, at Oregon State still.
And then getting ready to kick it away is Alex Fianaka for Cascade Christian. And you can always tell when you got a former soccer player out on the football team that those guys usually have a pretty good feel for foot control and how to get all their body's power into the kick.
No, absolutely. I think the way he's played the last year and going into this year, he might take offense to being called a soccer player nowadays.
Yeah, I think so. He's all football now.
He's definitely one of our key players.
Fianaka, end-over-end kick. This will be taken down at about the 7-yard line by Noga. Noga is going to break toward the middle, finds a little bit of a seam, gets out past the 23-yard line, and that is where the Hidden Valley Mustangs will set up shop. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting defense for the Challengers. call that up for you. And it'll look like this. Alex Fianacca, defensive end. Cole Breitler, the nose tackle. Zach Cook, a defensive end. The linebackers, Caleb Parker, Wyatt Hurley, Ezra Padilla. Nickelback look, Sickler, Scaglione, Walker, Farmer, and Richardson. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Looked like they're with the carry.
Yeah,
Zauer, looks like we're going to see a lot of him this evening.
Oh, absolutely. And I think with the film that they probably got on us with Vail and a lot of run, we may see heavy run early from Hidden Valley.
So we'll bring things up to date for you here on the down and distance. Pickup of about 3 on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Flag on the play.
And that's usually about part and parcel of the early part of the season. We saw a lot of whistles in week 1 for the Challengers against the Vikings.
Yeah, I thought they moved a little early on the line on their first play, and it looks like they definitely caught them on this one.
So with the penalty, that'll move the football back to right just outside the 24-yard line. The 2nd down and 12. Going to the ground game once again, and you called it, Kevin, that we're probably going to see a lot of this early until the Challengers have proven that they can stop it.
Yeah, and I think that, we're fairly young or new in the linebacker position, and Wyatt Hurley looked like he filled pretty good and did a good job of wrapping up.
So a 3rd down and 12. The hay's in the barn. The work is done. Now it's time to play. On 3rd down, once again, go to the ground.
Looks like Fianacca with the tackle, doing a good job. Interesting, like I said, it depends. Interesting decision on 3rd and long, and you're running it. So I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of it.
So 4th down with the ball spotted at the 29-yard line. And that'll bring up a 4th down, and we'll roughly call it about 8. And they're looking like they're going to go for empty backfield.
Yeah, this might be the formation might be a quick punt.
And it looks like that is Noga getting ready to kick it away. High, short kick. It'll hit at the 46-yard line, take a Mustang roll all the way back to the 38. And that is where the Challengers will get the ball. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineup for the Challengers offensively. At quarterback will be Derek Farmer, joined in the backfield by Bryson Walker. Your receivers, Scaglione, Fianacca, Parker, and Richardson. And we'll get the line for you after this play. 1st and 10. Ball at their own 32. Walker with Farmer in the backfield. Pair of receivers in tight. Snap goes over the head of Farmer. Farmer going to roll out to his left, looking downfield. And then he's going to uncork it, and it looks like it'll fall incomplete, but that was a dangerous play for the Challengers.
Yeah, we definitely haven't started off very good with the bad snap, but Derek's a pretty good athlete and probably an ill-advised throw, but at least it's not a sack, and we saved our yardage.
The offensive line for you, Sam Seist, Wyatt Hurley, Scott Van Dyke, Evan Stonehill, and Cole Breitler. After the next step, we'll try to get you the defense for the Mustangs. Challengers with 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left. In motion, Scaglione from the right side. Farmer rolling left, getting a little pressure from Zauer. He'll go ahead and spike that one into the turf And that'll bring up third down.
It looked like one of the Hidden Valley linebackers did a good job of kind of decleating Walker to take him out of his route.
So third down, defensive starters up front, Noah Walker, Tyler Van Boven, Owen Rossi, and Micah Salas. Linebackers, Daly, Combs, and Zauher. In the secondary, Noga, Kelton Davis, Braxton Briarty, and Naven Stone. Third down and 10. Challengers still at their own 32. They're going to go ahead and give to Walker. Walker breaks it to the outside. He'll go ahead and take it across the 35-yard line out to the 36.
That's kind of been our bugaboo this the first game, obviously, and then just now is our first couple possessions. We've struggled with taking care of the football and have kind of put us behind the chains.
So now they're going to go ahead and fourth down. Ball spotted at the Challengers' own 36-yard line. Walker with a trio of receivers to his right. Over on the wide side of field, one man all out by himself. Farmer completes the pass. There, taking it is Richardson. Richardson works his way for a Challenger first down. Of course, Richardson, a name familiar to Hidden Valley fans because Briley's dad, Kelly Richardson, a star for the Mustangs back in the day.
Yes, that was a great block by Scaglione to free him up. And Briley was here with us last year, played basketball with us 2 years ago, so it's good to have him back. He's a phenomenal athlete.
First down and 10 for the Challengers at their own 49-yard line. Twin receivers to either side of the offensive line. Scaglione sneaks into the backfield. And they'll complete the little swing pass. Scaglione, he'll get first down yardage and more.
Looks like the ball is on the ground. Officials might have had him blown dead before the ball came out.
Well, you're talking about ball security. Last year, the Challengers, I'll bet you for the whole season, didn't have but 6 or 7 turnovers, and we had 3 in our first game.
Yes. And then that first game, I mean, if you take care of the football in the first quarter, that score is a different score to start with, right?
Absolutely. Challengers down at the 37 of the Mustangs. Farmer completes the throw. Caleb Parker, who is seeing his first substantial varsity action this year, making the catch. His oldest brother, Brandon, ran cross-country, played soccer for the Challengers. Jonah played a little bit of soccer, and now Caleb, another one of those ex-soccer players, but definitely has found his footing well into the world of football.
Yeah, pretty good catch and pretty good run after the catch.
So it'll be a second down and 2 for the Challengers. 8:55 to go in the first. Farmer, little pitch and catch with Scaglione, but the defense for the Mustangs swallows it up. Among the tacklers there, Naren Stone, 6'1", 175-pound senior, a very senior-laden squad.
Yeah, and Kaiser Daly did a good job of kind of blowing that up in the backfield with his block that kind of threw everything off timing.
So the ball at the 30-yard line. Third down and about 3. Farmer clapping his hands together. Scaglione in motion. He's going to go ahead and take it himself.
Should be, looks like he's short.
Looked like from here, yeah, Kevin, I'm thinking he'll probably be just a little bit short on the play, and that is kind of a little bit of that read option action that we'll see there. He could have handed to Skaggs, but elected to go ahead and keep it himself.
Yeah, Derek, it looked like he thought he had room to run and just got tripped up at the line.
So that brings up a fourth down and 2. A little bit of trouble with it. And falling on it is Derek Farmer. And on the first series, the Mustangs bend but don't break.
Yeah, I mean, I think we helped that a little bit. I think out of the series we had 3 kind of off snaps that, kind of set the timing off. But our defenses looked like after the first possession did a good job of kind of feeling things out. So we'll get it together.
In the backfield for the Mustangs, number 18 is Braxton. Up there playing fullback is number 44, Elijah Zauher. So they bunch them all up. A little pitch play here. And the challengers, we see Cole Breitler right there in the neighborhood.
Cole did a good job of getting his paws on him and kind of held him up and then eventually got him to the ground.
2nd and 8.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Mustangs, who have shown no proclivity for passing, at least thus far in the ball game. Kaiser Daly, number 11. Everybody in tight. And not much happening on the play there for the Mustangs. And I know one of the hallmarks of this Challenger defense is discipline. That's staying at home, not taking the bait on some of the other things that they present you out there.
No, it was absolutely, and it was preached very highly at practice this week by Coach Sean that just, know your assignment, do your assignment, and everything should be fine.
Challengers, once again coming out with a nickel look this evening. They're going to box it in tight, and then Lair with a little bit of running room, picking up first down yardage for the Mustangs. Braxton Briarty, 5'10", 185 pounds, moves the chains for a Mustangs first down with 6:48 left to go in the first.
Yeah, Hidden Valley, the right tackle, did a good job of kind of setting the edge, and we just kind of got sucked in, and they had a nice little run for a first down.
So the ball just past midfield, spotted at the 47 of the Challengers. And here just almost kind of a little bit of a rugby scrum there and just see who can get the push at the line.
Yeah, they kind of came out in a little different formation, and, they'll get 4 yards out of it.
They'll pick up 4. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. The Mustangs yet to throw the football in this ball game. But then you take in a case like Vale, I don't believe they completed a pass against the Challengers, and they won the game.
When they got big backs like that, it's hard sometimes.
2nd down run, breaking loose. There's Zauer to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Little fullback dive that just kind of got loose and off to the races.
Show the replay there for you.
Penalty flag on the play.
There is a penalty flag on the play as this replay is setting up for you.
Looks like they're on their way back. Oh. No flag. He waved it off. So it looks like touchdown will stand.
You see there, as you mentioned, the fullback run, and then he gets up, Zauer gets up ahead of steam.
Yeah, he's got pretty good speed for being a thicker, stronger kid. And last thing we need is for him to get loose. Obviously, he was able to run away from some of our guys who are pretty quick.
So it's a 6-0 ball game, and looking like at the moment, Zauer, in addition to running the football, will kick it as well out of the hold of Austin Klingler. And now he's going to go ahead and roll out, look for a man in the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is good. Catch made by Eric Combs.
Something you got to be aware of when the quarterback is the holder. Pretty nice little play.
So with 6:01 left to go in the first quarter of play, the Hidden Valley Mustangs strike first. It's an 8-0 ball game. We'll be back in 1 minute.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
One, Briley Richardson, number 2, Bryson Walker.
Mustangs lead 8-0, and is there anything this kid doesn't do? Elijah Zauer after running for the touchdown, and he can also kick. And now he's getting ready to take care of kickoffs. Briley Richardson, Bryson Walker back deep to receive for Cascade Christian. Zauer, end over end kick. Walker's going to field it outside the 20. Has just momentary trouble with it. Cuts it to the outside. Shows off that speed. He's past midfield. 40, 30.
Great cutback.
To the 20. 10. Touchdown, Challengers.
Some great blocking on the far side. Get him out loose. There is a flag on the play, it looks like, on the far side.
So we'll see what this is all about before I get too invested in showing you the replay on it.
Flag on the field.
And it goes against Cascade. Illegal block in the back.
I'm not sure who it was. It was engaged with Zauer when Bryson cut back, and maybe when he turned, we got a little too much. But
so this one is coming back, but I'm sure the foot speed of Bryson Walker now duly noted by the Mustang Brain Trust.
Yes, absolutely. He's one of the kids that can definitely run, and we have a lot of those guys. That's kind of the luxury of what we have, and so we'll. It's unfortunate we had the penalty, but.
So this one will come back, but the Challengers, and they've had their moments where, and we saw this in the Vail game as well, where they can move the football and they get a good rhythm going, but it always seems like, unfortunately, either a ball handling mistake or a penalty brings it back. So this is going to be at the 34-yard line.
Looks like right now we're short a guard coming on late.
Evan Stonehill quickly running into the lineup for Cascade. 5:46 to go in the first. And carrying the football, another one of those speedsters. Scaglione spins out of a tackle. 20,
great cut.
15, 10. There's your touchdown, and I see no flags on the play.
Skaggs did a good job of keeping his feet at the first initial contact. Hidden Valley didn't really wrap him up very well, and he got outside. And the big key is our receiver on this side did a great job of maintaining his block.
So here we show you the play. Stonehill running in really quickly to fill that spot along the line. And then Farmer with the snap. Scaglione. And looks like Richardson with that block over there.
Yes, he did a great job. Looks like we're going to go for 2 here.
So an 8-6 ball game. Let the scoreboard reflect that now. Scaglione.
Yeah, almost in some type of a wildcat.
And Scaglione. I've had a little bit of trouble on the snaps. And after picking it up, he tried to scoot it in, but unsuccessful. But the Challengers are on the board. 5:34 left to go in the first quarter of play. It is Hidden Valley 8, Cascade Christian 7. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after these messages.
I thought with all these new gloves.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today. Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Jim McCoy, Kevin Schaefer, and Johnny McCoy on the call tonight. The Mustangs leading in the game 8-6, although both teams have put points on the board.
Yeah, it's been a good start. Well, point-wise, a good start for both, I guess, but, some things that I think both sides can clean up a little bit.
Yeah, Zauher scoring for Hidden Valley. Caleb Scaglione scoring for the Challengers.
This might be the only time Zauer gets a break because it doesn't look like he's on the receive team.
Fianaka kicks it away, end over end, nice and deep, down to the 1 yard line, and Noga's going to have to take it. Or did he?
I think he stepped on the goal line.
Stepped on the goal line, so now that'll take it to the 20, right?
I believe so.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 5:32 left to go, and yeah, it's interesting. Both of these teams had a couple of weeks off.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, the body of work is a little bit incomplete at this point. And when you have some of the turnover on the roster that teams have, it's kind of sorting out, okay, who's going to occupy this role and who is maybe not a fit for it. Crowded backfield once again for the Mustangs. Noga under center. We'll hand it out to the right side. And, of course, a lot of beef on this Hidden Valley roster. And as per usual, Challengers playing in that role of being the underdog, at least in the size department.
Yeah, Coach Sean does a good job with those guys. It's pretty impressive what some of these kids do with the size that they are.
Well, what is it wrestling coach Dan Vidlak says? Low man wins.
Yeah, correct.
2nd down and 5. A little pitch play.
They almost kind of line up in 3 backs directly behind the quarterback. And so the play before this was the second back behind him that took the play, and then this was the pitch to the tailback.
So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. Yeah, and they're all in there tight.
Yes.
It's a little something to kind of sort it out.
Looks like they're lined up like when the quarterback pushed.
Running play for the Mustangs.
Looks like they got the 1st down.
Yeah, it's just right there on the line. It looks like they just got enough forward progress there to move the chains for the Mustangs.
And the interesting thing, Coach Getman getting a little animated, kind of like he did it, I believe it was Vail when they were pushing the quarterback, because you can't push the quarterback, I believe, in high school.
No brotherly shoves.
No brotherly shoves.
1st down and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 31. 4:02 left to go in the first quarter of play. 2-point ball game. Mustangs move it a couple of yards on the play.
Looked like Seuss with the tackle.
And Kelton Davis with the carry.
Be really important for our defense to kind of get them behind the chains so that these 2-3 yard little gains, when we get to the end of the fourth down, is more going to have to make them pass it.
2nd down. You see there's Zauher just in front of Eric Combs. And then you have the tailback, Braxton Briarty here. They get a little forward progress out of it. They'll get out across the 35-yard line out to the 36.
Looks like we might have made a little adjustment with a 4th down lineman just to kind of bunch things up a little bit more.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Mustangs with 2:57 left to go in the first. Kind of a stacked backfield back there. You can see Briarty back there. Also looks like we might have Elijah Phipps in there. I think I see a number 6. And then in the backfield also is Elijah Zauher.
Looks like a little bit of a shotgun here.
Shotgun play. Lefty Noga going to look the throw. Ball thrown downfield. looking in the direction of Naren Stone, overthrows his intended target, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they came out, first time they've come out not in the big bunch package. Ended up being a throwing situation for them. So it'll be interesting to see if they stick with that type of thing. If they're going to stay in the bunch, it's going to be a run, and if they spread, it's obviously going to be a pass situation.
4th down, and I say an apparent kicking situation. Some of these special teams coaches not afraid to gamble here and there, although given the spot of the ball, I'm thinking, highly likely that it'll be a kick, and it is. And that's going to hit right at about the Challenger 35-yard line. Going to take a Mustang roll down to about the 20. So Noga's kick switches the field.
Good job on defense of getting your stop, and now let's see if we can't continue the rhythm we had last offensive set.
2:21 left to go in the first quarter of play. Both of these teams playing their second game of the season. Felt kind of weird last Friday night to have a night off.
I was giving Getman a bad time that in baseball, this is the turnaround. We get a couple days and we get to go again, and he had to wait 2 weeks.
Farmer completing the swing pass. There's Bryson Walker. He gets across the 20 to the 30.
Another great block by Bradley Richardson.
Well, you can tell he's going to be one of those Swiss Army knife guys that kind of that Christian McCaffrey type of runner, in that he can catch the ball. He'll be a weapon in the passing game. He'll be a weapon in the running game. And so I see a guy that's going to pick up a lot of yards from scrimmage this year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it allows Skaggs to kind of go into that Luke Wilson slot spot, which was in our offense is a really, really important piece.
Well, the cool thing about it is you can do all the fly sweeps out of it in addition to the catching the football. Farmer completes the pass. Richardson there. He had 3 catches for 29 yards last week.
Little reward for his blocks.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had transferred out briefly, figured out really quick that he missed Cascade, had a chance to teach him a little bit last year, and the kid that came back to Cascade was just something else. He's like somebody had been given a new lease on life.
It really was, and he's definitely a great addition to what we've built here.
And, of course, he'll be a big part of the basketball team this year. Scaglione throwing it, looking for Farmer. He makes the catch.
Yep.
Little razzle-dazzle by the challengers.
I think they have him out of bounds.
And
it's a pretty good ball by Skaggs right there.
Yeah.
Derek did a good job of running it down, just couldn't keep his feet in bounds.
So a 3rd and 4 for Cascade Christian. 1:27 left to go in the first quarter of play. I want to remind you about the new voice in sports radio in Southern Oregon, the A Sports Radio at AM 1300, 107.9 FM. And the asportsradio.com, featuring 5 NFL games a week. Teed up Southern Oregon with Joe Brett. And now here the carry by Walker. Walker slips the tackle. He's at the midfield. He explodes like out of a cannon, and he gets it down to, looks like he's right about the neighborhood of the 25-yard line.
17. That's a great cut at the line for Bryson. He kind of saw that hole and kind of kicked it back to the right and got loose a little bit. And the only reason Hidden Valley stopped him was because Noga had a pretty good angle on him. Otherwise, it would have been to the house.
Walker like a greased cheetah strapped to a bullet train. The kid can fly. And then Farmer back there running a 4.5740 back in the spring. So, and then you throw Skaggs in that mix.
Yeah, speed is something we don't lack.
And it seems like the challengers never do lack it. Farmer, little pump fake there, completes the pass out to Scaglione, and he'll get it just a couple of yards outside the 15.
Good job of Derek not panicking, kind of kept his poise and made a really good pass when Skaggs slipped from the block.
Well, I know one of the things that Mark and I often talk about is just that idea in this type of offense that quarterbacks have big decisions to make every play. There might be a good possibility, but there might be an even better one downfield if you can see it. Scaglione going to take it to the outside, gets it right about the 12-yard line, close to the 11.
Might be just short.
Kelton Davis making the stop for Hidden Valley. We got 43 seconds. Challengers trail by 2. But I kind of get a feeling, talking about that quarterback position, that Farmer looking a lot more poised in this game.
Yeah, I think he's settled in and looks like he's making some pretty good decisions.
Man in motion, Scaglione.
They jumped off sides.
Flag on the play. It'll be offsides against Hidden Valley.
Looks like the ball's going to be about the 8.
So Cascade knocking on the door, going to try to take their first lead of the ball game.
Ball is placed at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, Challengers.
So it'll be 1st and goal for Cascade. 41 seconds to go. Taking the football, it is Walker. Walker met, though. Big, strong lick there. There was Noga with the hit.
He did a good job of absorbing that and still getting a few yards after contact.
And you know, with Hidden Valley, there's going to be contact.
Yes, there is.
Rugged team. Very physical. 18 seconds with the clock running. Farmer with Walker in the backfield. Twins to the right. Walker
just
escapes a tackler.
Through.
Touchdown, Challenger.
Bryson did a good job. That was kind of all on his own. It looked like 2 Hidden Valley guys got loose, and he kind of slipped between the 2 of them and got to the end zone.
So touchdown play for the Challengers. We'll show it to you here, and you lose him in traffic. He's like a little water bug in there.
He is. I often tell him at baseball practice he needs to stand up so I can find him. But,
I am standing up.
He's a phenomenal baseball player as well. Looks like Challengers are going to go for 2.
So 12-8 your score. Challengers looking for 2 here. Scaglione in motion. Farmer to the outside. He's going to take it himself, and he scores.
Great decision by Derek. It looked like it was kind of a run-pass option, and looked like he made the right decision with running it in.
So the Challengers now take the lead, up by 6. Don't you dare go away. This one's far from over. We'll be back in 1 minute here on TableRockSports.net.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Twin daughters, and I'm hoping that they're going to get old enough and somebody else can coach them.
There you go. Challengers take the lead, 14-8 ball game. It's been an entertaining one here. Both squads moving the football. Challengers offensively seeming to get into a rhythm here. Fianaka, end over end kick, and he's getting good depth on all of his kicks. And it will be taken by Hidden Valley. They're spinning out of it and keeping his feet.
Still going.
And he's still going out to the outside. Fianaka loses him. And what a return by Austin Klingler.
Great run. A lot of high tackles by our kick team, but he was pretty sneaky and slick and got himself a great return.
So it'll be the Mustangs with excellent field position. This will end the first quarter of play. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be right back with more Mustangs and Challengers on Table Rock Sports.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
Said you're the halftime interview.
Back at Lithia Driveway Field, Jim McCoy along with Kevin Schaefer, Challengers baseball coach. Johnny McCoy over on the camera.
Johnny doing the hard part.
There you go. Got to follow all this stuff.
Came out in the shotgun again, it looked like.
So it's kind of interesting. We're seeing a little bit, Kevin, of a reverse of what we saw in the Vail game, and that Vail came out looking like they're going to try to play the wide open game, and then they went to that diesel, and it seems like it's been the reverse for the Mustangs in this one.
Well, and I think for us that makes it a little bit easier because in their power set, you kind of have to find Zauer. In the shotgun, you kind of know right where Zauer's at and are able to see him.
Briarty with the carry.
Great tackle by number 14.
And that's Caleb Parker. And he's one of those guys, seen a lot of JV action. And now here's a junior who's starting on both sides of the football.
Great tackle at the line.
So 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw, looking downfield, and the pass is caught. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Nice throw, nice ball by number 2, Klingler. I didn't see who caught it, looks like. But down that far sideline, just beat our cornerback, and good ball, good catch.
So Klingler, the featured man on this, he had that big return that set up a great series for them, and then ends up throwing the touchdown pass. And Coach Zauer really kind of mixing things up this evening in terms of who we see throwing the ball, who we see catching it.
Yeah, it's the second person that's thrown the ball, right? Like Klingler threw this one. The earlier pass was number 8.
And the touchdown pass caught by Stone.
Oh, there you go.
So everybody getting into the act for the Mustangs.
Like I said, it was a good ball and good catch.
Point after, Zauer getting ready out of the hold of Austin Klingler. The snap, the placement, the kick, and it's good. Hidden Valley retaking the lead, 15-14 with 10:49 to go in the half. We will pause for messages, and when we return, we'll be back with more football action on TableRockSports.net.
Our score, Mustangs 15.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Yeah, he gave them a lot. Back here at Lithia Driveway Field, I want to remind you that before or after the game is a good time to go by and pick up your favorite Dutch Bros beverage. Remember, September coming up will be Buck for Kids Day. Last year, over $950,000 raised for children's charities by Dutch Bros. We got one right here outside the ballpark.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's got to get their coffee. Great job by Dutch Bros.
Yeah, you betcha. 10:49 left to go in the half. 15-14 ball game. Zauher getting ready to kick it away. End over end kick. Taken by Walker. Walker going to take it to the near side. He finds a seam.
Again.
And he gets it up to near midfield. So good field position for the Challengers as they begin this series.
Great return by Bryson again. Good blocking at the initial piece of it. Just one tackle away from breaking something. And that's one thing with our speed. We're always, and it applies a lot of pressure to defenses, you have to be good at tackling because you miss a tackle, and with our speed, we could be to the house in a hurry.
Ball spotted at the Challenger 47. Derek Farmer at quarterback. Walker in the backfield. Scaglione in motion. Scaglione going to take it, but Hidden Valley reading that quite well, and there will be a loss of yardage on the play.
Micah Salas kind of blew that up in the backfield, did a good job of creating the edge, and then did a good job when he turned Skaggs in to make a tackle.
Salas, 5'10", 185 defensive end. That'll bring up a second down and 12. Twin receivers, left and right. Farmer zips the fastball out into space.
Looks like he dropped it.
Looking for Briley Richardson.
Pretty good ball by Derek. Pretty good time. We just didn't receive it on the end. And it looked like the cornerback did a good job of kind of swiping to kind of dislodge that.
Good coverage on the play by the Mustangs. One thing you can definitely tell that this Hidden Valley team is sharp defensively. Third down and 12. Scaglione in motion to the left. Rolling left is Farmer. Farmer, his pass tipped. And is it intercepted?
Nope, incomplete.
Falls incomplete. It'll bring up fourth down. So a tough series offensively for the Challengers.
Hidden Valley doing a good job of getting their points and then getting a stop. Going to make us punt.
So he got the ball at the 45-yard line. Alex Fianaka will get ready to punt it away for Cascade. Back deep will be Presley Noga. And he'll go ahead and scoot back to about his 25-yard line. Line drive kick. Noga has trouble with it. And the ball loose. And the Mustangs hang on to the football. Ball at the 20 with 9:46 left to go in the first half of play.
See what the Mustangs come out in and offensively here.
They have been varying it up, and yeah, for the last couple of series, we've been seeing them go with a little bit more of a open look that the pass becomes a little bit of a factor.
More traditional high school offense. Shotgun, everybody's in it. Looks like that's what they're going to be in again. We got the one safety.
On first down, Challengers good there defensively. Looked like they're on the stop for Cascade. Alex Fianaka's there.
Looked like Wyatt Hurley in there as well.
That brings up second down 11.
So a loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up a second down and 11.
Looks like we're going to be okay with just keeping our corners kind of out on an island and having them cover up.
In the Hidden Valley lineup, Jackson Sparlin wearing number 12. And they'll go ahead and snap it to Klingler. And Briarty with the carry.
Did a good job getting behind his line and got us some yards.
Brings the ball out to the Mustangs' 26-yard line.
About 5 left.
So ball spotted at the 26-yard line. Mustangs leading by 1, and there in the backfield. And whistles blowing, and a timeout called by Hidden Valley. 8:28 left to go on the half. Your score, Hidden Valley 15, Cascade Christian 14. We will take a quick timeout, and we'll be right back.
For trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back to action, 3rd down and 5. As Kevin mentioned, big defensive play here for the Challengers. Rolling out to his right.
Flag on the play.
And then looking downfield for Kelton Davis. That was Klingler on the rollout. Flag on the play.
See if we're going to take it or decline it. Looks like we're going to decline it, make it 4th down.
That brings up 4th down.
So Mustangs at the 26, and again, I know some coaches wouldn't be adverse to gambling, but yeah, you got to think at the 26-yard line that a punt play is pretty much kind of a no-brainer here, a must.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it looks like they're going to take a little bit of time. Mustangs are kind of moving some guys on and off.
Klingler coming onto the field. They're presenting like they're going to go for it, but
they line up. And Noga's usually been their punter, so could be something tricky here.
Klingler dropping back, looking to throw, and well, they surprised the both of us, Kevin, and it works in the Challengers' favor.
Yes, and it was kind of maybe a little bit of a giveaway with Noga normally being your punter and keeping your quarterback back there, but. Did a good job of incomplete pass, and now let's see if we can't get some points on the board.
8:20 left to go in the first half of play. Cascade Christian with the football. Excellent field position as they're at the 27-yard line of Hidden Valley. See Eli Young, number 23, checking into the Challenger lineup. Walker in the backfield. Scaglione going to go ahead and line up at quarterback, and Derek Farmer is a wideout.
Looks like they're going to bracket Farmer a little bit. Might create some openings for
Scaglione going to throw downfield. Couple of defenders back there for Hidden Valley. Pass falls incomplete to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looks like they rolled the safety over with Farmer out at wideout, and he was kind of bracketed with it and not really a lot of space to throw the football.
Back and forth ball game. Mustangs start out with a long touchdown run by Zauher. Challengers answering with a touchdown by Scaglione. Then it was Walker scoring for Cascade, and then Klingler connecting with Stone to put the Mustangs ahead. 2nd down and 10. Farmer back at quarterback. Trips out to the right. Claps his hands together and carrying the football. Walker crosses the 10, keeps his feet down inside the 5. Challenger first down.
Great job by Bryson cutting it back in.
Injury timeout.
Looks like there's an injury. Hidden Valley young man down.
So a timeout called on the field. That will give us opportunity to take one as well. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? When you want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life, call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Kurt Smet looking after the injured player on the field. While they continue to look after him, we will pause for a quick message, then be right back.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff.
Bye, Mom.
Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no...
Back to action here. Injured Mustang taken off the field, able to walk off under his own power. First and goal for the Challengers down at the 5-yard line. Farmer on the play, rolling out to his right, going to go ahead and take off and run with it. Looks like there he'll get it down to about the 1-yard line, it looks like, Kevin.
Yeah, it looked like he did a good job. Looked like it was going to be kind of a pass, and things kind of got broken up, and Derek did a good job of scrambling and getting some positive yards out of it.
7:29 to go in the half. Couldn't quite make the number out of the injured Mustang.
Well, he's being looked at by the best. Kurt's one of the great ones around.
Amen to that. Trip receivers out to the left, and
Did he get in?
Farmer.
Looks like they got him short. Both officials came running in. Might have him at like the half-yard line.
To be that close, Kevin, I think it's funny how you can be that close, and I think those short yardage situations down in the red zone are some of the toughest.
They are. Everything gets bunched in, man. It's short combat. It's everybody's in the same box, and strongest will go.
3rd and goal down at the 1. Got another baseball guy in the house, Dan Reese, checking in on us.
Maybe he should be the one up here. I go back to my duties of running the clock. It's a lot easier.
Oh, 3rd and goal down at the 1. And they'll hand it to Walker. Walker's in. Touchdown, Cascade.
Great cutback by Bryson right at the start. Great vision to find the end zone.
Well, being a successful running back, Kevin, is more than just being fast, but that idea of being able to read your blockers, sometimes have patience when letting them do their work and then run through.
100%. And when we talk about that toughness piece, Bryson's part of that, right? Like, he's a kid that last year in our run, people would give me a bad time. They're like, this guy's fun to watch. And I said, yeah, I started playing in the playoffs. So he's definitely somebody that's going to be relied upon a lot.
So the Challengers retake the lead. They're up by 5 with 6:28 left to go in the half. And Table Rock Sports would like to thank all of our sponsors that help make our live coverage possible free of charge. And those include our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler. Got great deals on the lot, and then you can also shop online at lithiasuperstore.com. And don't forget about Siskiyou Cellular. They've got 9 locations around Southern Oregon to serve you. So now an interesting decision, Kevin. If you're Coach Getman, you go for 2 or you just take the point?
I think you're going to go for 2. I think you're going to try to get this thing, back to a score, a full score for the Mustangs. So
Farmer clapping his hands together. Rolling out to his right, getting some pressure, and it's caught. Bryson Walker there to put the Challengers up by 7.
Great ball by Derek. The defender had kind of chucked his guy and took Bryson, and Derek threw the ball where only Bryson can catch it. And Bryson did a great job of containing it and getting in the end zone.
22-15 your score. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
Hey, dude, this should be you.
This Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
22-15 your score here at Lithia and Driveway Field. Challengers getting set to kick it away. Alex Fianaka back deep to receive. The guy that was really dangerous last time was Klingler, and he's number 2 back there. Deep kick by Fianaka, and of course the flag comes out as the kick goes out of bounds.
Looks like one of my drives. Shanked left.
Oh.
I've got clubs from there though. I've got that in my bag because I'm over there enough.
Oh, what do they call golf? A perfectly good walk wasted.
Yes, it's more of a chase for me, kind of an Easter egg hunt. It's like Easter every time I play.
Oh.
My score depends on how many balls I lose to how many balls I find.
Ball spotted at the 35-yard line. And the Mustangs now trailing by 7.
Looks like they're staying in the shotgun stuff.
And Klingler going to roll out to his left, looking downfield.
Incomplete.
Pass falls just a little bit short.
Good job by Grady Sickler on kind of staying on that route and kind of undercutting it to make the throw pretty tough.
Sickler in the starting lineup this week, playing out a corner. And I remember a couple of weeks ago against Vail made a nice play to break up a pass. And he's a guy that last year, JV quarterback, and just one of those athletes you can put anywhere. And then he saw some time on the Mustangs baseball team over the summer.
He was an all-league catcher for us as a freshman and hadn't really caught. So he does a good job of playing hard.
Meanwhile, Hurley with the pursuit. Klingler trying to make something happen there, and nothing doing, says the Challengers.
We might have somebody down here. Both of them are wearing white pants, so it's hard to see. It looked like it might be a Mustang. No.
And so.
Looks like it's one of our kids.
A minute there, I thought it might have been Walker. Looks like somebody's got a 2 on his jersey.
I see Bryson in the huddle.
So it's not him.
So maybe 52, which would be Blake. Blake's a baseball kid, and I still can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, Blake. Who are you, Blake?
Let's see if
Blake Patereau.
Patereau, there you go. His name will be easy in baseball because it'll be BP.
There you go. So while they tend to him, we'll take a quick timeout. 7-point ball game. 6:08 left to go in the half. We'll be back after these messages.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
So it's Ezra Padilla.
Carpet One, we can help you find the perfect floor.
Mom, I spilled again.
Try this. It's waterproof. I think this is it. Come see it in store. Our experts have it organized by color and style.
And right now, Lippert is making floor shopping easy with the one-step flooring sale. Save up to 50% and pay no interest for 18 months. Come in and enjoy a seamless shopping experience today. Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Hi, Rod here. Are you tired of sleeping on a hot, miserable mattress? It's time to save on a cool, comfortable night's sleep from Medford Mattress. Discover the full line of Beautyrest with advanced cooling technology and the super comfortable Beautyrest Black. Great sleep is a luxury you deserve. If you want to save on a cool, comfortable, healthy night's sleep, now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
So the injured challenger is senior linebacker Ezra Padilla for Cascade. And it's such a bummer to see. You hate to see any kid get hurt, but he missed about all of last season with an injury. Meanwhile, running with the football, it is Klingler. And he's really been kind of an all-purpose man right there along with Zauer this evening.
He has. They emptied the backfield and just kind of put hat on hat and let him run it, and he did a good job of getting close to the first down. Looks like they're about a yard short.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and short, and based on what we've seen so far this evening, I'm expecting they'll be going for it here. They'll just try to move the pile, but there, running out of it is Klingler. Klingler only has Walker to beat. Walker trying to catch up to him, and he can't. And
looks like he got in.
A touchdown for the Mustangs.
Tried a little quarterback sneak, and it got stuffed up at the line, and then he just kind of squirted out to the right and found some green and got to the end zone.
Well, you just kind of have a feeling it's one of those plays, just like they drew it up.
Yes.
Like there, all that attention there focused on the middle, and he busts out of there, and he's shown great speed all throughout the night, has Klingler, and he took it to the house. And well, you know you got wheels if you can outrun Bryson Walker.
Yeah, and Bryson came from all the way to the other side of the field, so he definitely covered some ground, but it looked like the initial QB sneak was stuffed, and then he just kind of squirted out.
So an opportunity to tie with 5:43. Zauer lining up the kick, but keep in mind Klingler's back there, so you know what that means. That possibility is always there. Zauer, though, kicks it right down Broadway. It's good, and it is a tie ball game at 22.
Plenty of time to get a score before half, and we get the ball coming out.
5:43 left to go in the second quarter. We'll be back with more football action, the Mustangs and the Challengers on Table Rock Sports.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
Tied at 22 with 5:43 left to go in the half. Zauer getting ready to kick it away. The deep man for the Challengers back at his 15 is Bryson Walker. High scoring first half here. Very different ball game than what we had with Vail a couple of weeks ago. Ball scuttling along the turf, and then they're picking it up as Walker, like he shot out of a cannon, works his way up to the 42, and the Challengers get good field position out of this.
Picked that thing up like a slow roller and just found the hole, and I think I'm gonna take a little credit for that, for the baseball part of it.
There you go. Quickness on the play.
All right.
Pouncing on it like a cat.
Pick up that ground ball.
1st and 10 for the Challengers at their own 43. Sickler going to check into the lineup as Bryson Walker comes out. Looks like that'll put Scaglione in the backfield.
Looks like Fianaka in a slot.
And Caleb Parker out wide. Sickler also in there. Parker, the man in motion. Little
Set
play
it up,
action.
Great little screen. Get outside of it.
Scaglione gets out to about the 48, almost the 49-yard line, so a nice little pickup.
Zauer did a great job of kind of seeing that and making Skaggs cut back in. Kind of pushed him back into his teammates coming to make the tackle.
Farmer, pair of receivers to his right. And Farmer looking right on the throw.
Should be pretty close.
I was going to say, it looked like he may have been just short that as he completes it to Sickler.
Oh, I think they're giving it a first down.
They'll take it. Or, well, they were showing a...
She was waving.
No,
yeah, the official on the far side was waving the chains, and it looks like they're just now realizing that. So first down.
Hey, it's still early in the season for the officiating crew, too. 1st and 10 for the Challengers. Swing pass out to Parker. Parker has running room, and he loses the football. And there to fall on it, Noga for Hidden Valley. So that ends up wiping out what ended up being a really nice-looking play for Cascade. And now the Mustangs will get it back right at about their own 26.
Yeah, it was great throwing up play, a little bubble screen to the wide receiver or slot guy, and just didn't take care of the and as tacklers were converging on him and just swiped it out.
So that'll bring up a 1st and 10 at their own 26 for Hidden Valley. 4:18 left to go in the half. Game tied up at 22, and both of these teams a little trouble moving the football this evening.
Yeah, you hate to see the mistakes kind of stall a drive, but hopefully our defense can hold up and we can get the ball back before half.
In the defensive lineup for the Challengers, number 13 is Taylor Snowden. Klingler at quarterback.
Timeout, Hidden Valley.
And a timeout called. 4:18 left to go in the half. Ball game tied at 22. As you can see on your John L. Scott scoreboard, stick around. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Back to action. Mustangs on offense. Klingler dropping back, looking long, has a man downfield, and the pass is complete. Noren Stone switches fields as the Mustangs pick up the first down at the 32-yard line.
Pretty good ball by Klingler. Stone just run under it.
Well, definitely a far different look than what the Mustangs presented early in the game.
Yeah, almost gone to a few more passes, and the shotgun has been kind of more effective.
3:45 to go in the half. Tie ball game. Mustangs on the move. Snap. Klingler. That one short and behind his intended target, Noga.
Looks like some miscommunication between quarterback and receiver.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. But thus far, this shaping up to be a darn good ball game between a pair of evenly matched teams.
Yeah. It's Hidden Valley's done a good job of mixing their play calling, and we get our stops, and then we give up a big play. Makes it tough.
Klingler slowed up by Wyatt Hurley, but he picks up some additional yardage. That'll move the football down to the 26-yard line.
I haven't seen Briley Richardson out there. Looks like he's on the sidelines with no shoulder pads on, so we've getting into our 2nd and 3rd cornerbacks.
Handoff on the play. Taking it, trying to muscle his way forward. Briarty gets first down yardage and more as they move it down to the 21-yard line.
This is where early in the season, depth is going to be something that's going to be important.
Well, and sometimes at that point, if you don't have it, you eventually end up with it. With the guys needing to step up. Zauer with it. Challengers, Zach Cook there to make the stop.
Bryson Walker with him. Looked like Cook did a good job of getting penetration and kind of diverting Zauer to the outer half and wrapped up, and Bryson kind of finished him off.
So a loss of 1 on the play. The ball down at the 26. We're inside 2 minutes to go here in the half. Mustangs looking to see if they can't back out on top. One thing they've done with this offense is they've kept it out of the Challengers' hands. Ball thrown downfield.
Did he catch it, get his feet in?
And he did. Touchdown, Hidden Valley.
Nice ball. Looked like Stone again down the line, and pretty good ball, and Stone made a pretty good catch and kept his foot in bounds.
So show that replay for you. But the Mustangs, after a heavy ground game early on, they've mixed up their play calls, and they're finding success through the air.
Sickler getting beat on that ball, but did a really good job of kind of making the receiver using the sideline as another defender. It was just a really good ball and a really good catch.
So it's a 28-22 ball game. Zauer in for the kick, out of the hold of Klingler. A little bit of trouble with it. And it'll stay a 6-point game.
Looks like it was a bad snap. Didn't really ever get back to Klinger. So now if we can go down and get some points and go in at halftime, be important here, especially considering we get the ball back at half.
1:37 left to go in the second quarter. We will take a timeout and be back with more football action on TableRockSports.net.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Mustangs up by 6. Getting ready to kick it away is Zauer. For the challengers, the elusive Bryson Walker back deep to receive.
Be interesting to see if they kick it to him.
Yeah, I'm sure that would be something that they would rather not do.
Get a good return here from Bryson and get us in good field position. Be pivotal here.
Zauer. Kick, and it looks like that one could end up out of bounds. So the challengers will get it at the 35.
Challengers will take over at their own 35-yard line.
So now we'll get to look at Farmer in kind of a 2-minute drill type of scenario. And it looks like a timeout being called there. I want to remind you that for over 50 years, Bill's Glass has got you covered in the glass game, whether it's windows for your home, for your business, or for your automobile. Bill's Glass. When you hear that crash, think Bill's Glass. Serving the community for over 50 years.
Looks like the challengers declined. They're going to make him kick it again. It looks like they moved Skaggs back along with Bryson. So feeling we have a better opportunity with the return.
Well, in the way that's gone tonight and throughout the season, you're talking about a pair of players that are extremely dangerous.
Yeah, Skaggs had some big returns last year in both the punt game and the kickoff. So hopefully he can repeat something like that. Now they have to choose. Do they want to kick it to a fast guy or a fast guy?
Pick your poison.
Pick your poison.
Zauer getting ready to kick it away. And the challengers have been solid on their returns this evening. Wobbly kick taken by Walker. Crosses the 35-yard line. Finds running room to the outside. He's up past midfield.
Just lost his feet.
And down to about the 45. So in retrospect, with that 2020 hindsight, a good call for the challengers on the penalty.
That's why Coach Getman gets paid the big bucks right there.
That's right.
Great decision.
Okay, you heard that, Nate. There's another contract renegotiation
Yeah,
for you.
absolutely.
1:35 left to go in the half. 1st and 10. The Challengers trailing by 6. Trip receivers out to the left. Parker, Fianaka, Scaglione.
Look for maybe the bubble screen here to Skaggs.
Farmer dropping back, looking
Right
to
down
throw. And he finds his man, Scaglione.
Great ball by Farmer right up the seam.
Well, there's no question that improvement we figured would come for Farmer in these last 2 weeks has come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got his sea legs going.
1st and 10. Farmer. Short hop there by Scaglione. That'll bring up a 2nd down.
Fortunate for us that it was an incomplete pass. That could have been really close to a lateral. Derek just got a little sped up instead of just relaxed, seeing it, and making a good pitch and catch.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped with 1:09 left to go in the half. Mustangs up by 6. Trips to the left. Looks like I got Sickler out wide right. Farmer taking the snap. Completes to Scaglione. Scaglione finds a seam and gets it down to the 11-yard line.
First down, stops the clock. Again, I've been really impressed with our receivers and their blocking assignments have been great on the outside. Looks like we got a timeout, Hidden Valley. They got it before the snap.
Timeout called on the field. 54 seconds left to go in the half. And we invite you to stay tuned at halftime for the Medford Parks and Recreation Department halftime show. The new program guide is out. Plenty of great sports activities here in Southern Oregon, including Rogue X and all kinds of fun things to do. We've talked a lot about agritourism over the years, Kevin, and now sports tourism. You look at the facility that's around us, available for outdoor sports all year round on the artificial surface, and now you got Rogue X and facilities where people can play indoors too.
Oh yeah, the Rogue X is right across from where I live, and it's a beautiful facility. Rich Rosenthal and those guys have done a great job of building things that are not only our kids in the valley can use, but people coming from outside and building that tourism piece for Medford.
So 1st and 10 for Cascade. And taking the handoff is Walker. Walker squeezes his way through traffic, and he'll get it down to the 8-yard line, where it'll be
stop of the clock. I believe the Challengers still have one timeout left, but they were going to try to go fast, but it looked like Hidden Valley had somebody on the ground. Looked like number 36.
36 for Hidden Valley. That's their defensive end, Micah Salas. Salas has been an important part of that Mustang defense this evening.
It actually worked out pretty good for the Challengers because now we can kind of set up and make sure we're on the same page.
Trips to the left, single wide out to the right. Now Scaglione in motion. And Farmer wrapped up. You can tell he was thinking long and hard about that handoff on the fly sweep to Scaglione, but he decided to hold on to it. And now a 3rd down.
Hidden Valley did a really good job of their interior linemen of there was really no place to go. I think if he had handed it off, I think it would have been pretty much the same result. So Derek did a good job of kind of jumping on the bullet and getting some yardage out of it and live to see another play.
Well, let me talk about the talent and the brain trust for the Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley, their coaching staff, Zauer, the head coach, assisted by Ben Davis, Matthew Phipps, Mike Valenzuela, Kyler Kirchner, David Hang, Braden Monnet, and Kelly Sparlin. So a lot of good resources within that program, and we're talking about defensive discipline by the Challengers. We see defensive discipline by the Mustangs.
Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with Hidden Valley. They've done a really good job of kind of play calling wise. They've kind of mixed and matched and come out in some different sets, and then defensively have kind of made the stops when they need to make the stops. So hopefully that's not one of those times, and we can get some points here before half.
3rd and 6 with the first down marker down at the 2. 23 seconds to go in the half. Farmer looking for a man, and
There's
is
a flag.
Knocked out, but might be a reason for it. Flag on the play.
I think the Hidden Valley defender got there early.
So a little conversation going on between the officials.
Normally they have little microphones now, don't they? Should be able to long distance that.
Well, I think,
slowing things down.
Right. But you could see there, that defender for Hidden Valley just got there a little early, and now that'll bring up a...
What's interesting is where they threw the flag. I thought Skaggs was a little deeper. So now we'll get the interference will be automatic first down. And it looks like it's 1st and goal from the 4.
4-yard line, first down, Challengers.
A 1st and goal, Cascade. Waning moments of the second quarter.
Looks like they're going to talk about the placement, whether it was a first down or not. I'm not sure in high school, isn't pass interference automatic or no?
I think so. But I know
17 seconds. The nice thing is I still believe we have one timeout in our pocket, so we've got some options here to still run it.
Well, here's what we know. We got a first down at the 4. And we have trips out to the left.
Touchdown.
And Walker finds the opening, and he runs it home.
Great design play. Trips left, had everybody out to the left side, and a little handoff to Bryson around the right side. It didn't even get touched, which most of the time he doesn't because he's a little small guy, but ran hard. Great play call there.
So they'll show that play for you, or at least try to get that replay in before they...
Looks like we're going to go for 2 here.
Back to action. Farmer. And Scaglione in motion. Walker in the backfield. Now you have trip receivers out to the right. Parker all alone to the left.
Looks like we're going to use our timeout.
12 seconds left to go. It's a tie ball game, but the Challengers at least presenting like they're going for 2. We will pause for messages and be right back on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
You know, they can put it together.
Tie ball game, Challengers going for 2 with 12 seconds left to go in the half. Farmer dropping back. He's got acres of space. And he runs it home to convert. And the Challengers now up by 2.
Did a good job. They flipped their formation. They had the trips on the right side with one receiver to the left, and then after the timeout, they flipped it, and Derek kind of got outside, and it looked like Hidden Valley was man up on the receiver on the far side. A lot of space. Again, another great play call, great execution, and now let's not give anything up on the kickoff.
Right.
Let's go in with a lead, and could be huge. I mean, this could be a 16-point swing maybe, right?
Right.
Starting the second half.
Well, you look at it, you mentioned the return game. Remember Klingler earlier in the half ended up setting up a touchdown pass that he later threw with an excellent kick return.
Yeah.
So, this is where it's incumbent on everybody on the coverage team to mind their assignments and probably do themselves a favor to maybe keep it away from number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see what if they turn Fiannaca loose, tell them to just kind of get into it and kick it to Grant's pass if you can.
There you go. And he gets good depths on his kick. Of course, I remember back in the day with Ethan Hoffman consistently booted into the end zone. But Fiannaca getting there quickly. Turning out to be a fine kicker, defensive end, and kind of a tight end type for the Challengers.
Like they're going to pooch it.
And Klingler with it, trying to get to the outside.
Flag on the play. Looks like it might have been holding on Hidden Valley.
Almost always seems like, on those plays, it's going to be an infraction against the return team.
Yeah, and it's kind of a silly foul if it's on Hidden Valley because it's way away from the ball, like it had nothing to do with the play. He signal holding against us.
Okay.
Well, that's interesting.
So now that's going to move it out towards closer to midfield, and that'll set the Mustangs up with at the 35-yard line. 6 seconds left to go in the half. Challengers retaking the lead.
Looks like we're going 3 deep, almost kind of a prevent. They don't have any timeouts left, I don't believe.
So they'll come out. Klingler, Zauher in the backfield with them. Checking in for the Challengers is Zach Cook. Slot receiver is number 12, Jackson Sparlin.
Hurley did a good job of coming up the middle.
And then a ball thrown way downfield, and the horn sounds, and that will take us to halftime.
Great job by Wyatt Hurley getting up the middle and kind of forcing Klingler out of the pocket. And it's a great call by Coach Sean getting some pressure.
So I invite you to stick around. We've got loads of highlights from the first half, and also thank Andrew Getman and Ryan Sample. They're going to have some halftime stats for us. We'll take a review of all of that. It has been a fun first half of football. Right now in this seesaw battle, it's the Challengers up by 2, 30-28. We will take a timeout and be back in 2 minutes on TableRockSports.net.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
And welcome back to Lithia Driveway Field. The Challengers lead at the half, 30-28, in what has been a very well-played, back-and-forth affair. Definitely the Challengers' big improvement over their 29-6 loss at the hands of Vail a couple of weeks ago. Already, Hidden Valley in just one half, 1 point less than their output against Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago. So both of these teams supplying plenty of fireworks. Well, it was a scoreless game in the first half. Let's go ahead and show you some first half highlights. Hidden Valley getting on the board first. Elijah Zauher, 5'9", 205 pounds. And don't let that body type, that thick body type, fool you. Is that he can get out and run. He does so here. Breaks away from the pack. And he ends up putting the Mustangs on the board first. Challengers turn around with an answer. Now, I believe it was on this play. We see a really nice return by Bryson Walker. And this ends up being called back. But still kind of fun to watch, just see that speed on display. Fortunately for the Challengers, redemption. Again, that one called back. But then it's Scaglione getting into the act. All right. Thank you very much. Let me see here. I think I should have these on my phone.
I think you just sent them to me. Trying to get stats from Coach
here
Sample.
Here it is. Okay. And there you see Scaglione with the score that would make the game 8-6. But again, both of these teams with a lot of spunk, a lot of fight this evening. Hidden Valley with a pretty conservative approach early on. Here on the play for Cascade Christian. Farmer hands off. Walker manages to shake a defender. And he ends up putting the Challengers on top with the 2-yard run. The 2-point conversion attempt, no good. Or actually, I should take that back. The 2-point conversion attempt was good on a rush by Derek Farmer. Then in the second quarter, Hidden Valley, who'd started out pretty conservatively in the first half, really ended up opening up the game in the second quarter, and it really kind of turned things around for them.
It really did. They kind of got an opportunity for Klingler to kind of show off the arm and hit a couple big deep balls against our defense.
Here on the touchdown throw, it is Naren Stone who ends up pulling it in. And then the PAT by Zauher good, and that put the Mustangs up 15-14. Going the other way, the Challengers put the ball in the hands of their speedster. Well, really, actually, one of several speedsters they have on the team, Bryson Walker. But I'll tell you what, he's a guy who'll make you miss. And here he scores on a 1-yard run. And he runs it. You know, that it's interesting to me how a guy who only weighs about 135 pounds can get yardage after contact.
Yeah, he does a good job of kind of being shifty, and once he gets into space and that speed comes into play, he's tough to chase.
Game 22-15. And this is a play, I thought one of the craftiest runs I've seen. Over here, it's Klingler. You remember all of that pressure, all the attention in the middle of the field, and here comes Klingler to the outside.
Yeah, that was a play where it was 4th and short, and they tried to run the QB sneak up the middle, and it kind of got stuffed up, and Klingler did a good job of kind of getting out to the right and shot up the sideline, got to outside, and scored a touchdown.
So with the game tied up at 22, Hidden Valley saying, hey, we're not finished yet. And here once again, it's Naren Stone. And there's a variety of weapons in that Hidden Valley attack. We've seen Stone, Noga, Klingler, Zauher. Well, I got a lot of guys that they can throw at you. Just a little short drop there. And the ball thrown toward the corner of the end zone. And the touchdown for the Mustangs puts them on top. And 28-22 ball game. And Cascade Christian not done. Bryson Walker ends up carrying it home on a 4-yard run here.
And that was after Hidden Valley kicked the ball out of bounds on the kickoff, and the Challengers declined the penalty and then got a big return from Bryson that got him out to about the 50.
And the 2-point conversion, good by Farmer on the rush. And that gives the Challengers their 2-point lead at halftime. We'll take a quick break here, and when we return, we'll have more of the Medford Parks and Recreation halftime show coming up for you right here on TableRockSports.net.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? When you want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life, call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Okay.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff. Bye, Mom. Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing, to be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your.
Welcome back to our Medford Parks and Recreation halftime report. Don't forget that the fall activities guide is out, ready for you to check out all the variety of classes and activities that Medford Parks and Rec has to offer. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. First of all, for Hidden Valley, Austin Klingler with 71 yards rushing on 4 attempts and a TD. Elijah Zauher scored the first touchdown of the game, and he has 46 yards on 4 carries. Braxton Briarty, 10 rushes for 39 yards. Kelton Davis has 7 yards rushing. And Presley Noga with 6 yards on 2 attempts. Eric Combs with a carry in the game. And Kevin, take a look at the passing numbers.
Passing leaders, Klingler is 2 for 6 with 1 touchdown throw and 64 yards. And it looks like Presley Noga, is 1 for 3 with a touchdown pass and a 35 total yards.
So 3 receptions on the ball game, all in the hands of Naren Stone. Stone with 3 receptions, 99 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Over on the Cascade side of the ledger.
So for Cascade rushing, we have Bryson Walker has 8 rushes for 84 yards and 3 touchdowns. Caleb Scaglione, 4 rushes for 36 yards, and Farmer 5 rushes for a -5.
Passing, Derek Farmer already closing in on his totals for the entire game against Vale in the first half. Productive, 12 completions on 17 attempts for 116 yards. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Caleb Scaglione, 0 for 2.
Yeah, and for receiving, we have Skaggs has 5 receptions for 51 yards. Briley Richardson, 3 receptions for 30 yards. Caleb Parker, 1 reception for 17. Bryson has 1 reception for 13. Sickler, 1 reception for 5. And Farmer, 1 reception for 0 yards.
So overall, when you take a look at the rushing yards for the first half, the Mustangs with 99, the Challengers with 119. Passing yards, 99 for Hidden Valley and 116 for the Challengers, but 2 big touchdowns for Hidden Valley in the ball game. In terms of turnovers, no fumbles for the Mustangs. The Challengers had 1 fumble that they lost. And then penalties, fairly clean half actually, Kevin.
It really has.
3 penalties for 14 yards against Hidden Valley, and the Challengers with 20 penalty yards on 2 infractions. And time of possession, 13 minutes for Hidden Valley and 10:17 for the Challengers. And I guess, when you, at the end of the day, when you look at it, Kevin, it's been a very evenly played first half.
It really has, and you look at what has kind of been the deal for the Mustangs is the 2 big passes for touchdowns have kind of been what has hindered us a little bit, and both of them have been when they're kind of behind the chains, but we got off a little shaky at the start offensively for us, for the Challengers, but I think kind of got their rhythm going, and now I think you're going to see a lot more of what to expect from our offensive side of the football.
Our halftime report has been brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Make sure you check out Rogue X, the new aquatic facility in Medford, over by the old West Howard Park, and a lot of great activities. And you can even reserve space for parties and celebrations and things of that nature. Rogue X, definitely been a welcome addition to Medford, Oregon. We'll take one final timeout, and when we return, Be back with the second half, the Challengers and Mustangs here on TableRockSports.net.
It's Jeep Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 24 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
I ride my bike and sometimes the bus, sometimes both at the same time. I do have a car, but right now it's just too expensive to pay for insurance and gas. I love my job. At Ashland Food Co-op, they're a partner with RVTD's Employer Pass program. It makes it super easy for me to get to work and save a ton of money. It's way cheaper to be able to pay $10 a month, and now I can go anywhere in the valley. Pretty much unlimited rides. It's more than just a bus ride. RVTD is moving our community forward.
Getting ready for the start of the second half, and the Challengers will receive the opening kick. And golden opportunity here, Kevin, for the Challengers to maybe try to gain a little bit of separation as they lead by 2, knowing that against this quick strike Hidden Valley team, and you talk about it, it's been a game of big plays, thinking about that long touchdown run by Zauer and then a couple of nice big touchdown receptions for Naren Stone.
No, absolutely, and I think that's where, getting the points and getting the lead going into half was huge for the Challengers, especially considering now we're getting to receive the second half kickoff. So hopefully we can keep that momentum and get ourselves a little bit of a lead, extend that lead, I should say. And defensively, Coach Sean is one of the best in the business. I mean, the changes and adjustments he makes at halftime are phenomenal, and that's one thing I've said for years, that I don't know if you're going to find a better coaching staff anywhere.
For sure. Well, and to your point, Sean named the top assistant coach in Oregon high school football last season. Well deserved. And the Challengers take the kick, running to the near side as Bryson Walker crosses the 40-yard line, gets it out to midfield. So a short field for the Challengers.
Another great return by Bryson. He's been kind of going more up the right side. This time he decided to go left, and some great blocking in front of him, and another great return getting him out to the 49.
Well, I imagine the big trick for Hidden Valley is how do we get the ball away from this guy?
Yeah, he's kind of been Mr. Everything. He's kind of done a good job. He's built different, right?
Yeah.
He's definitely built a little different, and he's going to keep grinding.
Ball spotted at the 49 of Hidden Valley. Quick pass. Farmer to Scaglione. Scaglione, though, quickly wrapped up. Good defensive pursuit by the Hidden Valley Mustangs, as the Challengers really don't get anything out of that.
No, pass a little bit behind Skaggs, but he did a good job of corralling it, and give some credit to Hidden Valley's cornerback DB. He did a good job of kind of wrapping him up and getting a stop for no gain. Wow, it looks like a loss of a yard.
Second down and 11. Out of the shotgun, Derek Farmer. Single setback. Scaglione on the fly sweep. He'll take it to the outside, crosses the 45, down across the 40.
Great job by Bryson Walker leading that. Little guy get out front, and Skaggs followed him through it. Not very often you see number 2 as a fullback, I guess, kind of type, huh?
Well, he's got the mentality.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Great run, good start. Let's see if we can keep this rolling and get some points.
And so the chain gang getting situated once again. Ball down at the 29-yard line. Opening moments of the third quarter. Challengers lead by 2 in what has been a back-and-forth affair. Farmer, quick drop, pressure coming, looking long.
Oh. Good job by the Hidden Valley defender to kind of use the sideline as a defender, and not a lot of space for that ball to be thrown, but Derek threw it as good as he could and just overthrew number 15.
Jacob Beamish, one of those freshmen we've been talking about, 15 on the Challenger roster this year, but one of those guys to tell you, Mark, my over-under there, I've used my mulligan now, Kevin, is that Beamish was one of those kids that Coach Maben had a great 8th grade team last year. Beamish, a big part of it, and a big kid at 6'1".
Yes.
Second down and 10. Farmer. Hands to Walker. Walker.
Nope, flag on the play. Might be a little late hit or a late action throwing him out of bounds.
Yeah, it comes in that late. It certainly has you thinking that it might be a defensive foul.
Bryson did a good job of kind of slowing down a little bit to let his blockers get out in front of him and found some space, and a little extra activity chucking him out of bounds is going to cost Hidden Valley.
Well, it looks like a little Porsche in traffic. It's just he's right there running about, 4th gear, and then he.
Face mask is what the call was, and Bryson did a good job, and like I said, the blocking on the perimeter has been phenomenal for the Challengers.
So we mentioned in the half between the two teams, 5 penalties in the first half, but this one a big one against Hidden Valley as it puts it just outside the 10-yard line.
Which is good. Still have an opportunity to get a first down, which is always something good offensively. And
lining up as a tight end, Fianaka to the left side. Trip receivers out to the right. Man in motion. And they'll hand to Scaglione. And there you can kind of see in that play, he's picking his spots, making his reads.
Yeah, we ran it to the short side of the field, and Hidden Valley did a good job of kind of being there at the initial piece of it, but Skaggs still fought and got himself 3 yards for leaving it to 2nd and 7.
3-yard gain. Challengers knocking on the door on their opening possession of the second half. Farmer hands it to Walker. Walker brought down before he could cross the goal line.
Looks like he's down at the 1. He reached out. The ball came loose, but out of bounds. It looks like they're calling a first down, but what do we got going on? Oh, we might have a timeout here. Might be timeout Hidden Valley.
Timeout called on the field. This will allow us to pause for messages. Stick around. We've got more coming up here on TableRockSports.net.
All right, let's go, guys. 15 minutes. Get your stuff. Bye, Mom. Have a good day, guys. I don't know what happened.
Just next time, go a little slower and figure it out.
Okay, I get it. What you're going to do is you're going to take the line.
Life is busy. Juggling everything can be overwhelming. We've all been there. So consumed with our own lives that we sometimes forget about what someone else might be going through.
Ref, come on! No, ref! There's no contact! I'm straight up! That is a terrible
So keep it in perspective, because we're all hoping for the same thing. To be respected for who we are and what we do. Remember, no ref, no game. You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your.
Back at Lithia and Driveway Field, Jim McCoy along with Challenger baseball coach Kevin Schaefer. Johnny McCoy over on the camera. Challengers knocking on the door. And it's Farmer. Good play there. Faked the handoff and then ran it home.
That's something to keep in your back pocket, too, because that was a big hole, and you get Farmer in space, and you might see a big, long run. Derek did a great read, and it's good for offense to get the points coming out of that first possession of the second half. Now the big thing is let's get our stop defensively and do it again.
So now the Challengers with the 8-point lead. And it looks like Fianaka is going to kick it for the more conventional point after attempt.
Oh.
A little problem with the snap, and it gets blocked, and special teams have been a little bit of an adventure for the Challengers so far this season.
That was no bueno from the get-go. Snap kind of rolled on the ground. Skaggs did a good job of kind of corralling it, and Fianaka tried to get it off, but it ended up being blocked.
So it will remain an 8-point ball game. And we will take a timeout. John L. Scott scoreboard shows Cascade Christian 36 and Hidden Valley 28. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? When you want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life, call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today. Scan the QR code and sign up for your free $15 wash. Crater Car Wash. Clean. Dry. Fast.
Kicked it out
Kick
of bounds.
off and
out of bounds.
Out of bounds it goes.
Looked like they had another one of those freshmen, Michael Covey, that was in on the kickoff here. So you might start to see some of those kids start cycling in just with Richardson out and Padilla out on the defense.
Well, looks like we got into the lineup for Cascade. Number 13 is Taylor Snowden. We've seen a fair amount of him in the ball game. Hurley's in there. And then now it looks like they've got, Farmer now dropping back into a safety spot. And there, wrapping him up in the backfield, Fianaka.
Great job by Fianaka getting in deep and making the tackle for loss.
Fianaka dropped him for a loss.
That's a huge, get him behind the chains for second down.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
So a loss of 3 on the play. Makes it a 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs. Split out wide to the right is Presley Noga in kind of an H-back spot for Hidden Valley. You see Jackson Sparlin.
Past to Noga, or to Stone, it looked like, for a gain of about 8.
So they'll get themselves now in a 3rd and manageable, make it about a 3rd and 5. Ball at the 40-yard line of Hidden Valley. 9:18 to go in the 3rd. Out of the shotgun, pump fake, downfield, out throws the cast of thousands. Looking in the direction of, who else? Naren Stone, 3 receptions, 99 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the night, but overthrows him there to bring up 4th down.
That time it looked like we had Farmer a little deeper, more into a traditional safety spot instead of up close to the line of scrimmage. So it looks like we made a little bit of adjustment trying to keep that big play in the passing game out of the situation.
So 4th down and 5.
Fianaka coming back in, see if he can apply a little bit of pressure. See if we can't get the ball back here.
4th down play. Of course, you always wonder about maybe the long count, and they're not going to do that, but what they're going to do is Klingler looking upfield.
Incomplete pass, turnover on downs. Great job defensively of getting our stop. Now let's go get some more points.
Pass intended for number 18. That's Braxton Briarty. And again, the challengers with a short field.
Yeah, if we can keep Klingler from connecting with Stone, we might be okay. It seems like that's kind of his favorite target. And like I said, it looked like Coach Sean did a good job of making a little bit of adjustment where Farmer wasn't up as close to the line of scrimmage and was a little bit deeper handling the pass.
9:07 to go in the third. Challengers up by 8.
Grady Sickler at quarterback.
And they'll go ahead and hand the ball off, spinning out of a tackle. The ever elusive.
Hold on to the ball. Great job, Bryson.
Bryson Walker works it inside the 25-yard line.
Looked like Farmer came out after the last series and was dealing a little bit with cramps. And it looks like Bryson might be dealing with the same thing.
Official timeout.
So Scaglione going to go ahead and tend to his teammate there.
Kurt Smet getting more field time. This guy's going to be signing autographs after after the game tonight. I'm going to have to give him a bad time.
Well, I tell you what, having worked with the soccer program for a few years, he did some great work with there. And how shall I say this? We kept him busy. We had a lot of guys with ankles and a lot of ankle issues during those days.
Yeah,
and
we're so fortunate to have him. I mean, he's on campus in the afternoons and takes care of our guys. And, during baseball games, he gets out and, if he would just stop complaining about it being cold, I make sure
and this is a guy from the heartland.
Yeah. So I make sure I get him a big jacket to keep him happy so he keeps coming out to our games. So.
Well, while they'll continue to attend to the athlete down on the field, let's go ahead and take a quick timeout.
For trusting Abby's legendary pizza for 60 years. Your hard-earned money supports hundreds of youth working at our parlors, dozens and dozens of nonprofits and school teams throughout the area. At Abby's, doing good in the neighborhood has never tasted so delicious. Can you smell it? It's not arugula and pear. It's bacon, and cheddar. Yep. Everybody's favorite pizza is back on sale this month at Abby's, loaded with 2 kinds of bacon and real cheddar cheese. Enjoy Abby's September special at a very special price.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Bryson Walker, show of appreciation for the sophomore running back. So it looks like he's going to come out of action. You mentioned earlier, it looked like Farmer was dealing with a little bit of the same issue, part and parcel of the early part of the season.
Yeah, I mean it's still been warm here, right? So we've still been practicing and in some hotter conditions, and so you get the little chill going in the evening, you might get some cramping going on.
1st and 10 for the Challengers. Sickler looking in the direction of Caleb Parker.
Sickler's pass falls incomplete.
Number 7 for Hidden Valley did a great job of reading that from the get-go. Luckily, the pass was a little low.
There on the coverage for Hidden Valley is Julian Gagnon.
Looks like Farmer's back in.
Yeah, Farmer back into the ball game. Looks like he might have, that looks like Scaglione in the backfield with them.
Beamish, freshman in the game. Looks like Willard is in one of the slots.
Yep, Carson Willard, senior, receiver and defensive back into the ball game. And it'll be Farmer. He'll take matters into his own hands. Burst of speed. He outruns the posse.
Absolutely. And that's one thing that, Derek brings to the package, right? Like that speed is top-level speed. And he's not the guy Ashton Moody was that would look for contact. If he had to try to run somebody over in the end zone if he could. But Derek got loose, made a great read, and some blocking out in front of him, and touchdown, which is a huge piece for us to continue to extend that lead.
Well, he's not just fast; he's quick. I mean, you just see these bursts, and
Yeah, he played his freshman year. He came out for baseball, and it's just a different speed. Oh, looks like we got a flag on the play. I think the flag was before the play.
So 8:33 to go. It's a 14-point ball game.
Procedure.
Against the Challengers.
So the penalty in this situation actually helps because I think we have to retry the down or the conversion, and we didn't get in on the far side. The far side official had us not in. So the penalty in this case, crazy as it sounds, helped us out a bit.
4 receivers set. Jake Beamish out wide left. In the slot, his side is Caleb Parker, Fianaka, and Sickler out to the right. Challengers kind of a patchwork offense with some of the injuries we've had in the game. Farmer takes the snap, pumps, looks toward the corner of the end zone, overthrows his intended target, Caleb Parker. But the Challengers up by a pair of scores. 8:33 to go in the third. We will pause for messages and be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Kicking off, they got 2 back this time.
Challengers getting set to kick it away. End over end kick, taking it about the 11-yard line. Looks like Kelton Davis there running with it. He'll run it out past the 30-yard line up near the 35.
Kelton Davis on the return for the Mustangs.
And with the good return by Kelton, good field position for the Mustangs. Challengers, I mentioned, they got some patchwork going on the team right now into the ball game defensively. Cohen Calvert, transfer from, I believe, from Grants Pass.
Yes, Grants Pass High School.
Junior. It's like, well, buddy, you're new and you're up.
Oh, fumbled it.
So a little bit of problem there for Klingler. Klingler very elusive, but
Snap is bobbled, and Austin Klingler is taken down in the backfield. Tackled by Caleb Parker of the Challengers.
And Caleb Parker, tell you what, I'm seeing some good stuff out of young Mr. Parker defensively tonight.
He's done a really good job.
Loss of 7 on the play, 2nd and 17.
There's just, like they say, when it rains, it pours. And you can, a play breaks down like that, and there's just trouble everywhere for the Mustangs there. He is Kelton Davis on the carry. Gets some of that back.
Still, we're in a situation. We got him behind the chains. Looks like it's 3rd and 14.
He brings the ball out to the Mustangs 31-yard line. 3rd down, 14.
So 3rd and 14, ball spotted at about the 31-yard line. Hand the ball off.
My guess is here probably a punting down, I would think, with where they're at. Looks like they 4th and 9. But again, they're kind of behind the scoreboard here. Maybe they'll try to go for it.
Ball at their own 36-yard line. Like you say, it's there's not an impossible amount of time left, and you're down by 2 scores, and they've shown that they can come up with a big strike play. On the other hand, some momentum for Cascade, at least defensively, in terms of getting stops.
Oh, great bounce for Cascade.
And the ball will land right around the 32-yard line. Challengers will get it back.
Challengers will take over on their own 32-yard line.
There's a penalty flag on the play down here by the 40. Be interesting to see what it is.
Yeah, discussion still going on. It's kind of interesting. I was walking through the dressing area for the officials before the game tonight. It's interesting to me to be a fly on the wall and just pick up some of the discussions that go on. And really, it's kind of a review of different scenarios and what each person, because this is, quite a little setup they have between, your lead official, your line judge, back judge.
Yeah. Looks like it was offsides on Hidden Valley, which is interesting because they were on offense.
Yeah.
But we're allowed to take it at the end of the result, so that'll put us in pretty good field position.
Challengers will get it at the 37-yard line, 6:24. What seems like the longest third period ever.
It has been long.
And then on the fly sweep, Caleb Parker with it, picks up a head of steam, gets across the 45-yard line down to about the 48. A flag comes out.
Flag came out late down the field.
Typically in a spot where you figure it's going to be a defensive violation. But usually when I open my mouth up on something like that, Kevin, I turn out to be wrong.
Looks like it's going to be on us.
Well, I told you.
Block.
Yeah. Me and my big mouth.
I've learned a long time ago being a coach that you just never question officials.
No.
It never ends up going the right way for you.
No, it never does. Well, and then from where I sit up here, they're really not interested, in my opinion.
Well, the nice thing is there's a good long run, and where if infraction happened, we're still at 1st and 10, so it was almost like the penalty really didn't happen. It did negate a good run, but we're right back where we started.
In motion, Grady Sickler, sophomore receiver. Farmer rolling out to his right.
Lots of room to run.
And he doesn't need GPS to find the first down marker.
He did a good job of kind of rolling out, and he saw all that space. Hidden Valley manned up on the receivers, and so there was all kinds of room, and he did a good job of tucking it and get the first down.
So that'll give the Challengers a fresh set of downs. They'll set it up at the 49-yard line. 5:58 to go in the third. In motion, Caleb Parker. He'll move to the left side, and he'll hand off to Scaglione. Scaglione, nice run there on first down. Looks like he'll pick up about 8 yards on the play.
Offensive line did a great job of getting push and getting into the second piece of the defense for Hidden Valley, and good run by Skaggs.
So Challengers up by 14, looking for more. 5:30 to go in the third. In motion, Caleb Parker to the left side. Dropping back, Derek Farmer going to air it out. Shows off his gun, overthrows his intended target, Jake Beamish.
2nd and 2, that's a good time to take your shot, and looks like that's what we tried to do. And now we've got 2 downs to get our first down, and
Well, that's the thing. You got a nice big playbook at 3rd and 2. You can pass, you can run. You're not, down a distance. It's not dictating to you what you're going to do.
Yeah, they did a good job, and Derek did a good job of just throwing it where his receiver could get it, and it just ended up being incomplete.
Farmer looking left. Reception by Parker, but there with the big defensive play for Hidden Valley.
Number 7.
Julian Gagnon, 5'11", 155-pound senior. He had that one read all the way.
Looks like we may be going for it here. See if maybe they don't roll out Derek to the right big side of the field and let him get in space.
Farmer rolling right. And he's looking downfield, has a man, completes the pass to Willard. Willard up the sideline, first down.
Great job of Carson to keep working across the field and eventually came open, and Derek did a great job of finding him in space for a first down. Great pitch and catch.
And Willard, one of those guys, he's been one of those guys in that log jam of receivers ahead of him over the years, bided his time, paid his dues, and now he's getting opportunities his senior year.
Yeah, and being a veteran, like I said, he did a good job of keep working across the field and find some space.
1st and 10, Cascade, 4:32 to go in the 3rd. Parker in motion. Parker with the football. And he runs upfield inside the 20. And you notice no problems with ball security there.
He covered it up. He did a good job of covering up.
That's the thing. You're going to make I'm sure you've talked with your players all the time. It's like you're going to make your mistakes. It's just the question of, do you learn from them?
Can we learn from him? Yes, he did a good job of getting outside. And he did a good job running in traffic. He kind of found space and was able to get a good run, an 8-yard run to get us second and short. See if we take another shot here.
Trip receivers out to the right. And Scaglione with it. He'll run up the near sideline. Gets down around the 10.
Good run by Skaggs.
And the Challengers move the chains. 3:45 to go in the 3rd. And I'm just sure that, Kevin, that this 3rd quarter will end at some point.
Yeah, it will eventually. You can see kind of some of the adjustments we've made offensively with some of our formations that are allowing us to get back to our game of getting outside and getting on the edge.
1st and 10 for the Challengers at the 12 of Hidden Valley. Derek Farmer eludes a defender, makes a cut, heads toward the pylon. And the Challengers score.
That is a great job by Derek. Kind of the play kind of got all jumbled up, and his athleticism just won. He did a great job of kind of getting to the corner and getting outside and found the end zone.
Well, I think in terms of running options, I don't know that the Challengers have been in quite the position they find themselves in now in quite some time to think, for the last couple of years, it was really primarily Ashton Moody and
well, and even with Keith Reed, I mean, he was more of a passer and didn't have the speed that Ashton and Derek have. Sorry, Keith, if you're listening, but I still love you. But it adds a different dimension with Derek and his speed.
Back to action. And they try the 2-point conversion attempt. Scaglione and Gagnon, there's been a little bit of interplay, a little bit of back and forth. We'll say at this point, gamesmanship.
Yeah, I think, and Hidden Valley had such a successful first half, and they had momentum, and they thought that they were in a great spot, and now the frustration's kind of starting to set in. And the nice thing is that on that try, Bryson Walker was back in the game, so hopefully we can get him back into the offensive set of it. I think he's probably more important defensively at this point with what we're doing.
3:30 left to go in the 3rd quarter of play. We're grateful for all of our longtime sponsors for Table Rock Sports, including Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, John L. Scott with the John L. Scott scoreboard, and also sponsors like Bill's Glass. They help keep us in the game and bringing you live sports action free of charge.
And they do a good job of fixing windshields.
Yeah.
They fixed mine from one of an errant foul ball from one of our players.
You know, I had that happen at a Cascade Christian Girls softball game about 3 or 4 years ago.
Little squib kick.
Yeah, short field and an opportunity for a touch for David Cross. And the Mustangs, who trailed by 20 in the game, get some good field position here.
I keep looking up at the clock. I'm not sure. Normally, I'm the guy running the clock. So Drew Waits needs to get it going a little bit and get this clock running.
20-point game now with 3:19 left to go in the third. Yeah, go down there. Are you sure that clock isn't broke?
Then I'd have to come back up the stairs again.
Well, there is that. Klingler completes the pass. There to his big back, Zauher.
Did a good job. Looks like they're trying to get the ball out quicker to kind of eliminate some of that pressure that the Challengers have been able to get in the second half.
And the Challengers, in spite of some injuries here and there in the game, that they've held up here in the second half.
They really have. They've really done a good job.
Here on the play and bursting out of the backfield. Looks like you should have first down yardage from here.
Nice,
there in Stone.
Nice job by 70 for the Challengers of kind of making him cut it back in. There was a lot of space outside, but he kind of set the edge and made him cut it back.
Sam Sison, you know, he's one of those guys that has made that steady ascent through the years as just, you know, became a starter last year as a junior and seen a lot of him on the O-line, but making it happen as a linebacker and
did a
sometimes
good job.
defensive.
Third and short here, and he didn't get it. They're going to loss of a yard, it looks like, 2 yards.
Alex Fianaka there in the bottom of that pile for Cascade Christian. It'll bring up fourth down.
Interesting that in that short yardage they didn't come back with that big package that they started off with. But this is a big fourth down for Hidden Valley, but down 20.
Fourth down.
Especially as good as we've been offensively in the second half.
And 2 to go. Ball at midfield.
Looks like Hidden Valley's going to call a timeout.
Mustangs call a timeout. John L. Scott scoreboard showing the Challengers up by 20. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download the Try Us app.
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app for a free 30-day trial.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy.
We're going to stop this thing here. Back to action.
Did he get it? This guy has him not having it. On our sideline, this judge. Oh, I don't know. The far side judge has it as a first down, but our guy on our side, I thought he had him short.
Looked like from here, I thought he may have had it, but close nonetheless. And the ball just past midfield fresh set of downs for Hidden Valley as they keep the drive alive. Klingler hands it off to Zauher. Zauher explodes out of the backfield, keeps his feet, running him down from behind. Sam Seiss for the Challengers, but not before Zauher picks up the first down.
Looks like he got about 15 on the run. He did a good job of kind of getting past some defenders and made a pretty good run. Got a challenger down on the field.
Cole Breitler there. Kurt Smet running out onto the field. We will take a timeout and be back in 60 seconds.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Seeley helping him off.
Cole Breitler coming off the field, back to action here. And the Mustangs going to their ground game.
Number 18 for the Mustangs carrying it.
A pickup of 3 by Braxton Briarty.
Looks like Hidden Valley's found something a little bit out of that shotgun with little inside runs.
Well, they got the ball moving here. 11 seconds with the clock running here in the third. And now it'll be Zauher taking it to the outside. And that's just a big freight train right there.
He gets going downhill. It's pretty tough to get in front of. But and finally, the third quarter has come to an end.
After 3, Challengers lead by 20, but Hidden Valley knocking on the door. We'll see what the fourth quarter holds in store. That'll be after this 1-minute timeout on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
Getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter here. Mustangs with the ball. Challengers with a 20-point lead. Mustangs have shown some big play capability here throughout this game, and as you mentioned, Kevin, it seems like they found some success with the inside running game.
Yeah, and the nice thing about that is for the Challengers, it's taking time off the clock, right? Time. And so it's the big plays are what kind of got us early, and hopefully we can continue to make them sustain drives.
And Klingler, battle for the ball over there. Pass coverage provided by Taylor Snowden. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not sure what Klingler saw out there. I don't know if it was a design play, but it wasn't very close to his receiver.
Nope, not at all. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. So one would think 4-down territory. Stone will be split out wide to the left. Noga is out wide to the left, and actually Stone to the right. And meanwhile, interception. There goes Derek Farmer with it. And he goes all the way for a Challenger touchdown. Derek Farmer, who was the leading tackler on the Challengers with 8.5 last week, runs home the pick 6.
Great job by Fianaka getting inside and kind of jumbled all that up, and then Klinger just kind of being sacked by Fianaka. Looked like he just kind of turned and chucked it and ended up being an interception. I believe it was Fianaka.
We've got Coach Schaefer doing all kinds of things.
If you
our cameraman taking an emergency pit stop, and
sorry to the Farmer family if you didn't get the gist of that or the end of it, but I'm trying. I'm trying not to make people seasick at home too. So
Challengers attempt the point after. Fianaka out of the hold of Caleb Scaglione. He puts it right down Broadway.
Nope.
It is
Missed
no
it.
good.
No, I don't know. We have to check replay. That looks that's pretty rare for him.
Yes, it is. So, with 11:38 to go, Derek Farmer with the pick 6 extends the Challenger lead. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be right back with more here on TableRockSports.net.
I couldn't tell if it was Fianaka or Cook. I think
Carpet One, we can help you find the perfect floor.
Mom, I spilled again.
Try this. It's waterproof. I think this is it. Come see it in store. Our experts have it organized by color and style.
And right now, Lippert is making floor shopping easy with the one-step flooring sale. Save up to 50% and pay no interest for 18 months. Come in and enjoy a seamless shopping experience today. Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Hi, Rod here. Are you tired of sleeping on a hot, miserable mattress? It's time to save on a cool, comfortable night's sleep from Medford Mattress. Discover the full line of Beauty Rest with advanced cooling technology and the super comfortable Beauty Rest Black. Great sleep is a luxury you deserve. If you want to save on a cool, comfortable, healthy night's sleep, now's your chance. Only at Medford Mattress, downtown Medford, where quality is not costly.
Well, what a turn of events that was.
Yeah, that's a big turnaround for Hidden Valley, especially considering you're down and you're trying to make something happen. And Klingler's done a good job today, but just probably not a good decision on his part, and it came back and kind of bit him in the butt.
Well, I think the tough part of it is that, a quarterback, wants to be that make things happen kind of guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to eat it and live to play another down. And
absolutely.
You try to make a hero play, and unfortunately it backfires on you.
Short kick again.
And it is taken by Klingler. Klingler runs it out past the 35 to the 37. Well, we're fairly deep into this ball game, and I got to tell you something. Klingler has his motor showing no signs of slowing down.
No, he has done a great job of competing for those Mustangs, and being a quarterback, he's kind of their leader, and and I'm guessing as he goes, they go, and he's definitely not going to quit. He's definitely showing some character and continuing to compete.
Grady Sickler coming out of the defensive lineman. Checking in is Carson Willard. Got Taylor Snowden in there at one corner. So a lot of plug and play for defensive coordinator Mike Shawn in this half.
Yeah, it looks like they got Austin Cook on the line now. And
throw the ball, pass complete to Stone. Stone shakes the defender, Willard. And they're running him out of bounds is Jacob Beamish, but not before the Mustangs pick up a first down. 11:13 to go in the ball game. There's time, but being down by 26 points, you got a mountain to climb.
And the nice thing is if they score or something happens, we still get the ball again. So they can't keep it away from us at this point.
Zauer in the backfield along with the quarterback, Klingler. And Klingler takes off with it and did such a good job on faking the handoff there. Challenger defender Austin Cook thought he had Zauer, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. He doesn't have the ball.
Klingler had a great read there and pulled it and got positive yardage out of it, where if he'd have handed it off, it would have been a loss.
So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Ball spotted right around the 43-yard line. 10-15 and counting to go in the ball game. Zauer in the backfield. Klingler, quick throw, quick completion. Braxton Briarty with the reception and another 1st down for Hidden Valley. Next week, Challengers will be on the road playing Siuslaw.
The Vikings.
So you can see in the case of with the Mustangs, so this is a team that the Challengers saw twice in the 2019 season, and it went the Mustangs' way that year on their big run.
Oh, fumble.
Ball fumbled, and it is picked up.
Pick.
And
Farmer is gone.
Farmer off to the races.
Oh, he's going to
hand it off to Sam Seiss.
There's a penalty flag. I don't know what the flag would be for. Maybe unsportsmanlike conduct? Coach Getman doesn't look very happy. And that penalty was thrown by the white hat. Oh.
Well, they'll count the touchdown.
So I'm guessing they can either take it on the extra point or they can take it on the kickoff.
Well, and I know a lot of those type of calls can be very interpretive. Like maybe if it's a situation where they felt like maybe Farmer's, he's getting ready to hand it to Seiss, they feel like he's kind of, it's like maybe they read that he's showing the ball, like, come and get it or whatever. But what we would like to think, and we may be right or wrong, is that he's like, oh, there's Sam. Sam, here, you go score.
Absolutely. And I don't think it was any type of knock on Hidden Valley or taunt of Hidden Valley. I think it was just him getting the lineman an opportunity to score, and I think that was I don't think it was a very good flag.
Point after attempt. Fianaka out of the hold of Caleb Scaglione. Ball is up in the air, and it is good.
Nice job by Skaggs receiving that kind of a funky snap and got it down, and Fianaka kicked it into the baseball field.
9:27 to go in the ball game. Challengers lead 61-28. We'll be right back after these messages.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Yeah.
Previous penalty is assessed on the kickoff.
9:27 to go in the ball game, and this, Kevin, here you make your debut, and it ends up being one of the longest games I think I can recall us having done in quite some time.
Yes, it has taken quite a bit of time. Looks like we kicked the ball out of bounds.
I think Alex is saying, my leg is tired.
Yeah.
9:27 left to go. Hidden Valley will get it back. And the Mustangs scoreless here in the second half.
Yeah, like I said, Coach Sean does him and his defensive staff do a great job at halftime making adjustments and tweaking things. And obviously, I call him big time now because you got the Assistant of the Year award.
Yeah.
And it's well deserved. And you're seeing it today of those things that they do as a defensive staff, and they've really put the clamps on Hidden Valley.
Well, and it's interesting. You contrast this game with last week, and Coach Sean would probably be the first to tell you he really didn't think that Vail would roll out that diesel package last week, and they started out in the spread, and all the talk was, and he felt like, he kind of owned the situation, took responsibility for it, and said, our game planning didn't take that into consideration, and coaches are human too, as the pass is complete. And you got to like it when a coach just says, hey, I've learned my lesson from this, and certainly he'll remember that if those two teams end up meeting up again, and that would be no surprise.
No, absolutely. And again, I think that's a testament to who they are and what they do. And, they've been doing it long enough where we all make mistakes, but they owned up to it. And like I said, he's got them ready to go in the second half.
Klingler dropping back, rolling left, looking long, and he has Stone there. Did he hang on to it? He did. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Got a flag on the play.
Yeah, right there at the
almost close to the line of scrimmage. They're bringing it back.
So we end up taking that off the board.
Looks like they got him for an ineligible receiver downfield. When Klingler kind of scrambled out of the pocket, one of the linemen looked like they released too far downfield, and so we get a pass on that one. But again, if you the second half has been Hidden Valley having to grind out drives where their points scored in the first half were big plays, and so I think eliminating that has made Hidden Valley work for it, and obviously we've done a pretty good job defensively with it.
Grant Keller into the ball game, senior but a first-year football player wearing number 68. Klingler there, and he runs into Cohen Calvert and picks up first down yardage for the Mustangs. So,
yeah, he kind of lowered his shoulder there at the end of the run and really finished off.
So Keller seeing some late action. Stonehill seeing some work defensively. Also Austin Cook into the ball game for the Challengers, wearing number 4.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting to get some guys in to get some time.
8:07. Klingler through the hands of his intended target. He's looking for Elijah Phipps.
Right now, with the score, you don't want to give up stuff, but also you want to stay healthy and maintain what you have going into the next week.
Well, and you never know a situation. I remember about 3 years ago with Bryson Jackson, and he was a guy who started out as a receiver, and they moved him to a line spot, and they got to a point in the season where injuries had become enough of an issue. It's like, okay, Bryson, you've been working, you've been doing the work of an understudy now. Now it's your turn.
Well, and this is valuable for those guys that that don't get a lot of time. To be able to get game reps is a huge, huge piece for us going forward.
8:02 left to go in the ball game. Klingler rolling out to his right. Looking downfield, ball tipped. Oh, almost caught it, but can't hang on.
Can't see it. That might have been Michael Covey, another freshman, that tipped that.
And Kelton Davis, the intended target. But Michael, another one of those tall freshmen, you look at it, Craig Merrihew, freshman quarterback, JV quarterback, 6'2". Beamish is 6'1". Covey is 6 feet tall.
Yeah, it's and they're athletic. That's the key to those guys being able to play at this level. And I watched a little bit of the JV game against Henley, and the kid, the freshman kid, big tall kid, he slings it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He does a good job.
Ball thrown, overthrows everybody. What's amazing about Craig is he's been a homeschool student up till this year, and he has no real background playing interscholastic sports, but he's just one of those natural guys, and I got him in my class this year, and he's a character. He's a fun guy to have in your class.
It's funny you say that because I would see him on our sidelines last year, and I would watch him throw balls, and I'm like, gosh, that kid slings it pretty good,
Yeah.
And so it's good to see him in a Challenger uniform.
Well, Craig's older sister, Saya Merrihew, was a soccer player at Cascade that graduated about 5 years ago. Ball downfield, intended target. Who else? The big play man has been stoned this evening.
They're giving that a catch.
And, well, it looks like, he just got his feet in, and I guess what they're always looking, making a football move there and had possession of it. And
yeah, he's a little dinged up. Looks like he's going to go off for a play.
So we got 7:37 left to go on the ball game. Ball spotted inside the 10. Got a lot of great new sponsors that have come on board for Table Rock Sports this year. A little shout out to Crater Car Wash and State Farm agent Rory Wold for joining the fold, along with Abby's Pizza and Lippert's Carpet One.
The Abby's Pizza I get to see. So Douglas guy, our games would get over and everybody would go to Abby's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So I was older than, played with Josh Bidwell, and so I see his Abby's commercial every once in a while, and so I always shoot him a text and kind of make fun of him a little bit about him being an Abby's guy. And
yeah. Well, it was funny with Bidwell. Actually, we lived up in the Roseburg area during the Troy Polamalu days, and got to know Bidwell's dad and stepmom.
Yes.
And really good people. And, of course, he went on to a career with the Ducks and then on to the NFL, punting with what? He punted with Green Bay.
Green Bay and Tampa Bay. And
the Commanders,
he has two sons, one that's might be playing with the Ducks now, and then one that's at Marist. Both of them are wide receivers, very, very phenomenal athletes. And so it's a good he's a good man, and he's produced some pretty good athletes.
Third down play, and losing the football is Zauher. And there with the strip is Sam Seiss, so he's racking up the highlights tonight. And for the Challengers, no doubt kind of a source of team pride for those younger guys. And it's like, hey, we've helped keep them.
Yep, kept them out of the end zone. That's the most important thing and something to build on, and give our offense another chance to get hands on the ball and kind of get rolling again and see who get some more subs in.
So Challengers come out. Derek Farmer remains in at quarterback. Carson Willard in the ball game. Grady Sickler, Jacob Beamish. .7:24 left to go in the ball game. This one by now
we might
kind
not
of
get this one off. Oh, timeout. Got the timeout before the penalty.
All right, timeout called on the field. John L. Scott scoreboard. Cascade Christian 61 and the Hidden Valley Mustangs 28. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
So I coached Troy.
Carpet One, we can help you find the perfect floor.
Mom, I spilled again.
Try this. It's waterproof. I think this is it. Come see it in store. Our experts have it organized by color and style.
And right now, Lippert's is making floor shopping easy with the one-step flooring sale. Save up to 50% and pay no interest for 18 months. Come in and enjoy a seamless shopping experience today. Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Hi, Rod here. Are you tired of sleeping on a hot, miserable mattress? It's time to save on a cool, comfortable night's sleep from
So back to action here on the field. And
that was a crazy run.
Yes, it was. But you kind of get into this point in the ball game, and
well, it was about a 4-yard loss, and the guy tackling Skaggs tried to throw him and chuck him, and Skaggs kept his feet and then got to the offside and had a great run.
trips to the right. And Farmer takes the snap, swings the pass to Parker. Parker to the 30, slips the defender, got across midfield, and he keeps his feet, but he steps out of bounds.
Just stepped out of bounds, about the 40. Great job of breaking a tackle and getting loose. Looks like he got a little bit of a flat tire. Made him step out of bounds.
Yeah, a little help. But it's been nice to see him because he's one of those kids, you know, and watching him, he's not unlike his oldest brother in that he can be a kid that can be kind of hard on himself at times. And you just kind of remind him, it's like, hey, you know, next play. And he'll make the reception here. Runs over towards the sideline, runs it over about 35, 34-yard line. But he's another one of those kids, I think, especially with Briley having been out the better portion of this game, that he's stepped up and he's making the most of his opportunity. Michael Covey, number 8 in the ball game.
Looks like we got a new right tackle.
I think that might be Menard, but we'll double check there. And rolling out to his right, Farmer. Farmer just going to uncork this one. Probably fortunate that did not get picked off.
Yes, he did. Number 7 did a good job of trying to catch that and stay in bounds, and it just deflected off his glove, or his glove, deflected off his gloves, and fell incomplete.
So that is Joey Menard in the ball game, sophomore, getting some time on the offensive line. There are a fair number of seniors up the front there for the Challengers, so even while they've got this crew that maybe portions of it haven't worked together a lot, they got to get the next group of guys ready to go for next year. Meanwhile, Derek Farmer chased out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 6:41 left to go in the ball game.
Looks like the fake the fly sweep there that time with Michael Covey, and Derek kept it, and then Covey did a good job of staying in the play and got out front and made a couple nice blocks to get Derek free.
Beamish split out wide left slot, outside slot to that side is Carson Willard. Covey there in the inside slot position. Wide right for the Challengers is Seth Scaglione. Caleb Scaglione running with it. Grinds out a little bit of yardage, and now coming in will be Tucker Maben. Now I'm going to have to figure out sometime how the son of a baseball coach does not play baseball.
Well, he does.
He does now?
He's played the last few years, and he'll be a freshman in our program. And I think Nate would ask you the same thing.
Now running over the left side, Derek Farmer going to hang on to it. Of course, running the football, that'll continue to wind the clock down. I think they're far less interested in scoring and just keeping the game going.
No, absolutely.
Pass out in the flat.
Nice cut.
Covey with the reception, and he'll try to power his way home. Touchdown, Challengers.
Great initial cut by Covey of taking that and putting his foot in the ground and getting inside. Looks like there's a flag on the play.
So,
touchdown counts. Looks like unsportsmanlike against Hidden Valley. Oh, Coach Scaglione throwing a dot to the to get the ball in. We didn't have a ball to get going, and he just chucked a dot from the sidelines.
Fianaka.
Good.
Kick is right down Broadway. It is good. 5:32 left to go in the ball game. Challengers lead 68-28. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Hi guys, my name's Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that
5:32 left to go in the ball game.
Our cheerleaders down there doing jumping jacks for every point scored. They look a little tired, but I'll tell you, man, it is great to see them out here. They started kind of in the winter, this last winter, and Coach Allison has done a great job, and it's so awesome to have cheerleaders at the football games now.
Well, I think it's one more opportunity for somebody to kind of find their place in it, whether you're doing that. I think that was one of the things that was discussed at the new student luncheon today, is just like, what's kind of cool about being at a smaller school like this is that if you have an idea for a club or something like that, let's talk about it. There may be an opportunity for it, or if you want to do something like it. I know we mentioned Grant Keller, who came out for football finally in his senior year. He's a kid that has spent some time in the weight room over the years, and finally Coach Getman talked him into it. Now he's going to get a chance to have the experience of being a football player. Now, will he play beyond his senior year of high school? Probably not, but
there's
those experiences that you'll never forget.
Absolutely, and there's a lot of kids that aren't going to play past their high school, and it's I have this saying, why wouldn't you want to be at Cascade Christian? I think that's the atmosphere and the people are so awesome, and so it's good to see kids like that get out and play.
Eli Young checking into the ball game for the Challengers, and nearly taking that one away is Cohen Calvert. Calvert, a junior and a new student to Cascade. So you got this blend of reserves that have worked their way into the ball game tonight and picking up some good experience.
Yeah, and it's always nice to see him get time. And the best part is Coach Sean, the expectation stays the same. He doesn't care if you're a JV guy or a sub, or, he wants the expectation of how we do things is still pretty tight. So it's good to see these kids have some success and get a chance to play, especially in the second week of the season.
Klingler. And this kid at
Austin
quarterback,
Cook.
he's got nothing to hang his head about. He has made some plays. He's done his part and then some for Hidden Valley tonight.
No, he's done a great job of competing, man. It's tough. I'm sure there's frustration, but he's continuing to play the game like it's 0-0, and you can tell that he's definitely a leader in that locker room for them, and so he's going to be okay in their league. He's going to be just fine as a player.
Klingler looking left, completes the pass to his big play guy, Narvin Stone. Stone wrestled to the ground, making the tackle, Seth Scaglione, 5'11" sophomore. Also see into the ball game for Cascade Christian, another freshman, Rowan Erickson.
Yeah, it's good to see these young guys play, and they'll get an opportunity to play a full game on Monday, or usually when the JVs play. But it's good to see these guys get some time, and as we know, I mean, Bryson Walker's a JV football player until the second week of the playoffs,
right?
And turns into probably, arguably, maybe our MVP of the playoffs.
Yes, no play more huge than that foiled two-point conversion attempt by the Vail Vikings.
I'm not a football coach or a defensive guy, but I'd probably put about 7 guys around number 21, because that guy, if there's a cold in the building, he's going to catch it.
That's for sure. 2:03 left to go. He's kind of like 7-Eleven. He's open all night.
Yes, he is. He is doing a good job.
1st and 10, 1:55 to go.
Oh, dropped it.
Pass intended. Briarty there, the intended target. Now Briarty, another one of those players that has made plays, and really Coach Zauer has really varied it up this evening. He's shown us a lot of different looks with those skill guys, and as their season progresses, it'll be kind of interesting to see what kind of ends up being more or less their base offense.
And the thing is getting behind has kind of taken one of, arguably one of their best players, the Zauer kid, kind of out of the picture, because they've just started throwing the ball around the field.
Flag on the play back there. Calvert with the coverage. Working on, I believe that may have been Briarty that he was defending.
Yes.
Pass interference against the challengers.
And a pass interference call against Cascade. 49 seconds left to go in the ball game. So the
got a running clock.
time winding down on the ball game.
That might be the last play. Didn't get a first down.
Briarty with it. Down to the 29-yard line.
Well, great job by the defense pitching a shutout in the second half.
And that will wrap things up. The Cascade Christian Challengers taking away a 68-28 victory. But this a game.
Looks like they've got. Okay. I don't know. Coach Zauer had come out and was talking to the White Hat. I don't know if there was a penalty on the play, but ball game is over.
So the Challengers square their record at 1-1 on the season, and the Mustangs fall to 1-1 on the season. Interestingly enough, this game was 30-28, and it was a back and forth and fair. This score will not indicate if somebody just looks at the final score in the ball game and they think, well, the Challengers ran away with it. And well, they ran away with it in the second half, but not before the Mustangs ended up putting a heck of a battle in the first half and led at different portions of it.
No, they really did, and I think the takeaway would be, eliminate big plays and make them have to grind out drives, and defensively, we're able to do the things we do, and nothing to take away from Hidden Valley, but our defense the second half was pretty good, and so that's a testament again to our coaching staff, and Hidden Valley is going to win some games. That's a good club, and they've got some good players, and Coach Zara will get them ready to go next week, I'm sure.
Well, and then for the Challengers next week, they'll return to the road, playing Road Warriors here in the first half of the season, off to Siuslaw. Now, tonight you could almost kind of say that maybe the Challengers taking a measure of vengeance for those losses in the 2019 season, but if you remember back in the 2021 season, that the Challengers took on a pair of losses against Siuslaw, first in the regular season and then again in the playoffs, so maybe an opportunity there. But and again, there's going to be a tough early season schedule for the Challengers, because not only do they have Siuslaw on the road, but they'll have to take on Henley as well.
Absolutely, and that is one of the nice things of the new I guess special district, you call them, where everything's not a league game, and so being able to kind of pick the teams that you want to play in a preseason to get you ready for league, allows you to kind of build that schedule of the competition you want to play, and I think that's going to be a good thing for us down the road. And that Siuslaw club is going to be good. That the year that they beat us twice, I think they ended up losing in the state finals that year. So it's not an easy place to play, but I'm sure coaches will get them ready to go.
Well, we're going to go ahead and, just because of the lateness of the hour, quickly transition into our Southern Oregon Sports Commission Know Your Role post-game show. Visit Travel Medford and check into Know Your Role to learn how this campaign is working on making youth sports fun again, and kind of reminding us what it's all about, that there are coaches, there are fans, there are players, there are officials, and you only get to be one.
Absolutely.
So with that, we kind of transition to that. Challengers end up pulling away in the contest for the 40-point victory after only leading by 2 at the halftime. And I think you hit on the fact the adjustments ended up being what the key was for the Challengers shutting things down defensively. And all that against a backdrop. We saw players with knocks and dings and probably of varying degrees, but probably it's going to take the weekend to kind of sort all of that out, and some of the younger players will get a chance to get their opportunities to play with the games that are coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And we get an opportunity to get some guys healthy, and Kurt does a great job of that. And again, we next man mentality, right? Like that's kind of what they talk about. It's the culture that they've put together here at Cascade Christian, the football program, and we've seen it in the playoffs, and we saw it today where some young guys kind of got thrown into the action where probably didn't expect to, and they did a great job of following the game plan and putting together what Coach Sean and Coach Getman and the staff had for them, and it's valuable experience, right?
Right.
It's game reps are way better than practice reps, and so hopefully this will be something that builds for us down the road when we get into it again.
All right, and just some quick stats to throw out at you, courtesy of Ryan Sample and Andrew Getman. Bryson Walker, 115 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns this evening. Over on their side of the ledger, Elijah Zauer with 73 yards rushing on 9 carries. He had a touchdown. Austin Klingler from his quarterback spot, 64 yards rushing on 9 carries. Braxton Briardy, 56 yards on 13 carries. And then see Caleb Scaglione, he ran for a touchdown. 95 yards. Derek Farmer, 3 touchdowns on 61 carries. And in the passing game, 18 for 26 with 178 yards. No touchdowns. Of course, you always like to see it when they throw no interceptions.
Yeah.
Then Scaglione, 50 yards receiving. Caleb Parker with 48. And catches. Briley Richardson, 3 for 30. Carson Willard, Bryson Walker, Michael Covey, who's caught a touchdown pass tonight.
Absolutely.
And then Grady Sickler with a reception on the ball game. And the Challengers come away winners. Big night tonight for Cascade Christian, especially in the second half. Well, Kevin, it was great having you in the house this evening, and we'll have to do this again.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate the opportunity, and it was good. It's always good to be out. I try to get to as many sporting events as I can, being a baseball coach, and so, it's a great opportunity for us and for me to be seen and promote our program, but also support our baseball guys that play other sports. So I appreciate it.
All right. Well, that'll wrap up tonight's broadcast. Our thanks to the head coaches, John Gutman, and also to David Zauher for tonight's game. Thank you to Athletic Director Nate Maben for hosting the Table Rock Sports Game of the Week, where the Challengers defeat the Mustangs 68-28. Along with Kevin Schaefer and Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy saying thank you and good night from Lithia Driveway Field.